January 6, 2026, the 351st day of the Sex Offender Administration. The U.S. House of Representatives Ethics Committee said on Monday it is reviewing allegations against Representative Mike Collins of Georgia, a Republican Senate candidate who is accused of paying more than $10,000 to an intern who was dating his chief of staff and performed no work. Performing no work doesn't mean she didn't perform a service or the occasional job. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, a Democrat, announced Monday that he would drop his bid for re-election as governor, saying that he would not be able to give a campaign all of his attention as he works to defend Minnesota against allegations of fraud and right-wing attacks, including from Donald Trump. Tim Walz is saying in his folksy way, "Folk it." Leaders of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, a private agency that has steered federal funding to PBS, NPR, and hundreds of public television and radio stations across the country, voted Monday to dissolve the organization that was created in 1967. Trump is replacing federal funding with federal fucking. A small private plane with only the pilot on board crashed at Provincetown Municipal Airport on Cape Cod Sunday afternoon. The identity of the pilot has not been revealed, so they may not know they are dead. If you know, do not tell them. This has been the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for January 6, 2026, the 351st day of the Sex Offender Administration. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on MindDog TV.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Yeah. That's a good idea. Let's get some coffee here. Damn good coffee. And hot. Fuck it. Fuck it, I say. Fuck it.
Damn good coffee.
Okay, we'll do it live. Oh.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
Hey, what the hell is
My
going on
dog
there?
is your mind's best friend.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking.
I don't know.
That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
I don't know what you want me to. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, good morning, folks. It is Tuesday, January 6th, 2026, also known as Insurrection Day or Insufferable Tuesday, however you want to phrase that or call it or name it or whatever. Yeah, Insurrection Day. So 5 years goes by pretty quick, huh? And, you know, if you're reflecting on the day and what happened 5 years ago, it's unthinkable to me that we are where we are now. Because in my mind, and I think anybody who really is not in a cult, brainwashed by the cult of personality, has to look at what happened and say who was responsible for that. And the idea that we would send an angry mob to get involved in stopping the certification of an election and then get elected again. It's mind blowing, but here we are, and it's what we're dealing with now. Amy Grant, who I have a lot of affection for Amy, and I don't know why. I mean, it's not sexual. I used to master back in the day when we had cassettes and vinyl. And so an artist would produce a record. It would get mastered. They'd send that mastered to a doofus like me. I would sit in my little studio and remaster it for duplication. In other words, make masters that would go on duplication machines that would make a million cassettes at once, or vinyl records and all that kind of stuff. And I used to listen to her music and became really. She had a beautiful voice. She was about my age, and she was in the Christian music genre, and stirring some shit within the Christian music community, because she was also throwing in occasional secular music, songs that weren't totally about Jesus, but she seemed to me to have a better feel for the true meaning of the teachings of this person, Jesus of Nazareth, than a lot of the churches did. And so I was always, I always had a lot of affection for her and her music, and the bravery as a Christian artist to stand up against the Christian music coalition, the Nashville music industry, Christian music industry, Curb Records and things like that. She came out with a new song today called The 6th of January. And it's got me thinking, because I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. I think she's married to Vince Gill still. I'm not sure about that. She was married to a Gary, I can't remember Gary's last name. But, divorce is not like, divorce is an abomination according to the Christians. Anyway, the lyrics to her music are baffling. Her song, The 6th of January, the 6th January, Yazger's Farm. And it says, I'm going to read you some of the lyrics and see if you can decipher what the meaning is. She says, maybe it's that time of year, or maybe it's the time of man, 60 playlist and a beer, and suddenly I'm 16 again. Now, just for reality's sake, Amy was probably like 8 when the song Woodstock came out, which is what she's referencing there. She was not 16. She wasn't 16 until 1977, 78. So anyway, it says, what's the future hold in store? What's it hiding up its sleeve? All the wide-eyed hope, we were so naive. I'm not sure where she's going with this yet. Hey, mister, where's the road to Yazger's Farm, which is where Woodstock happened, if for those people who don't know. He stares at me with pity and alarm. He says, the crowd left here long ago, scattered to hell and Harper's Ferry on the 6th of January. Harper's Ferry obviously alludes to the Civil War, and it's kind of I don't know, an allegory in there. I'm shopping alone for some groceries. Muzak piped in overhead. They only play the melody. I hear words John Lennon said, asking me to imagine. This is not all that stuff that we're talking about so far. Not gonna sit good with the Christian music people, or the evangelist Christians on the right in America today. It's so but I don't see her as a political person. But this certainly feels like she's making a statement, not so much in line with the Christian evangelicals on the right. I can't speak. I'm sorry. As I fight this cart with broken wheels. He's either bent or laughing or spinning in his strawberry fields. Again, a reference to Lenin. Where's the road to Yasker's farm? He stares at me with pity and alarm, says the crowd left here long ago, scattered to hell and to Harper's Ferry on the 6th of January. That's a interesting rhyme scheme, the 6th of January, Harper's Ferry. Anyway, and we're driving home and the radio plays What's Going On, Marvin Gaye. Is it right on red or left on MLK? I look ahead and realize we've lost our way. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what those lyrics mean. She just released it today. I didn't know it was coming out. So I'm thinking now the odds are like that much that I could get Amy on the program, but I'm going to reach out because I really want to talk to her about this. What is she trying to say there? It seems like she's hopeful, an optimist. And, this is something I talk to people about all the time. You're optimist, pessimist. Yesterday we had J.M. Shaw on who said she's a realist. What does that mean? Realist. We look at realist. We're really going to hell. That's a pessimist. Or we're really going to heaven. That's an optimist. And a realist is saying, we're really just staying here. I don't know what to make of it. She was slapped up saying, I thought she was pretty hot when I was in high school. She was a very not sexualized hot, but very attractive young lady. And she's still very attractive. I don't know. So I'd love to get her on the program and talk about that. So today is, the 6th of January. And it's hard not to talk about what went on because there's still people. Oh, it wasn't an insurrection. It was just people out of control. I know people who went there. And the reason they went there was because Donald Trump told them to go there. We also know that Donald Trump paid for people, these radical groups to go there. He paid for their hotel stays and all that stuff. This wasn't a spontaneous thing. It was planned. They were talking about it for weeks. If you follow and I had a lot of Trumpers on my social media account and in my world, and they were all talking about it for weeks in advance, going there and disrupting the certification of the election because of the lies that they were told by this man who is now president again. So it's that. And also, Elizabeth might be joining us today. In the meantime, I want to tell you about Printify. Did I say printable? Oh, look how messed up I am. Printify. You want to get something, start your own business online with printable stuff. Printable stuff, I say. Whether it's merchandise and things like that, Printify can help you get started as a business. There's a link in our description to Printify. You should look them up. Use my link there and go there and start your own online store. And you can sell merch like we sell, which means, we sell nothing. You got to have a good design. Put your logo on there, whatever you're doing. Or if you got a good idea for a shirt or a hat or a cup or anything with printable stuff on, or banners and all that stuff. So anyway, that's what we're talking about today. I'm going to play a really quick dopey commercial so I can have a button to push to bring GD in. Here's a really quick dopey commercial that's not selling anything. Nobody's getting any Mind Bloom. Get some Mind Bloom. And
Mind Bloom is helping people achieve life-changing clinical and personal breakthroughs, alchemizing both the psychedelic medication, psychiatric care from psychiatric clinicians, coaches, we call psychedelic guides, and a lot of content and meditations and programs into this really transformational experience that, because it's delivered at home, costs a lot less and is a lot more convenient for people to receive.
So in the room with me now is a man who is always trying to decertify elections, GD Fenderson. Good morning, GD.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Today is the 5th anniversary of the riot on the Capitol. A day of rest. Sorry, a day to arrest 1,500 people and then have them later pardoned, only to have a good chunk of them to commit more fucking crimes.
Yeah.
FindDogTV.com/merch for all of your J6 anniversary gift needs. Support your local mercenaries and enjoy the suffering.
Right. Yeah. Support your local merchandise. What are you mercenaries? Yeah. If you want to become a mercenary, go to Printify, and the link is in the description. I got to read the how to sell this shit. They send me guides on how to sell this stuff. That shit. To start your own merchandary business. Why do I say merchandary? It's mercenary. Because I'm still half asleep. Elizabeth Croydon might be joining us sometime in the next 2.5 hours there.
So I'll get everything I want to say out now.
Yeah, do that. Go ahead.
No. Okay. In that case, here we go. I sent you a text a little while ago asking you about one line in the song. And I think I don't, and you sent me back with that another line that wasn't the line I was referring to.
Trying to walk around here, who the hell are you?
Right. That's not the line, it's before that. And I brought a little sample. You ready?
Go ahead, play it.
Walk around that,
baby. It's on you, baby. Walk around nappy.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I don't hear nappy in there at all.
What did you hear?
I know what I wrote.
What do you hear? I hear. I'll sing. Wait a minute.
Baby, it's on you, baby. Walk around nappy. What you wanna do, baby? It's on you, baby. Walk around nappy.
That's what I hear. What you want to do, baby? It's on you, baby.
It's on you.
Walk around nappy. That's what I hear.
It's on you, baby.
Yeah. And then he goes, walk around nappy.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't go walk around nappy. I'll find.
No, see now. Okay, Mr. White says. My wife says maybe.
Walk around happy. There is a walk around happy line in there at one point,
but it doesn't sound like happy. I don't hear an H. It's like he dropped the H and the D and went straight to walk around nappy. Because I did consider the walk around happy, and my wife says maybe he's saying walk around happy. I said it sounds like saying walk around nappy.
Well, you know what? I will ask him. No, I have the original files. I'll go find it. But this is the guy, the singer on that, the guy who's doing it is the same guy. I put out a song last night called "Let It Be Released." It's probably the wrong title for it. I probably should have named it the words I would say. But anyway. This is a guy I hired off of Fiverr. His name is Eli Gent. Eli Gent is the vocalist on that. I hired him on Fiverr. You go to Fiverr, you can pay $5, starting at $5. Now I think for that song, I ended up paying him like $35 to do the thing. But I think he pronounced it right. I have the original files. I'll go and listen very closely, but I'm pretty sure he said happy.
I'm pretty sure that that's very possible. I'm just saying, for all this time, I've been hearing walk around nappy, and I decided to just ask you, why is he walking around nappy? Doesn't he have a cold?
Well, people have, because I'm not sure if you know this about me, but my last name is Napo, and people have called me Nappy a lot. I've gotten that, and one of the agents who books me is named Nappi, Nappy. And so I get that all the time when I show up. Oh, you're Susan's husband, Matt Nappy? No. And the guy in front of me who got 10 years, the guy who I almost took his 10 years from, that was Michael Nappy, the guy in court when they called him. And I thought I heard Matthew Napo, and it was Michael Nappy. And I almost took his 10 years for whatever it was.
Parking.
I think stop.
Yeah. Now, I have another question for you then. Well, not a question, but you was talking about Amy Grant's thing. You said, it takes me, the line which says, I feel like I'm 16 again. Perhaps, and I don't know this for certain because I didn't actually look at the lyrics or read them so I can put the whole thing in context. But sometimes people especially if she was raised on Christmas music, Christian music, she may not have heard Woodstock, that song, until she was 16.
Absolutely. And when she says grabbing what you grabbing a beer, you Christian? No beer, 16-year-old girl drinking beer. That's not but yeah.
But that's why she got to hear that song then, because she was
right.
hanging out with the wrong crowd at that moment.
She's a year younger than us, and definitely our generation was still discovering some of that music in our teens. So yeah, that's definitely that possibility, without a doubt. Speaking of insurrections.
Okay, well, let me get this in real quick. No.
What do you have to say? Because I think she's in bed, which we say our entire audience has been in bed with Elizabeth Croydon now. Let's say hello to the queen of the comedy scene, the one and only, in bed, Elizabeth Croydon. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is it warm in the? Because this is the thing with me. It's not that I'm too tired to get up. I'm too cold to get up. It's like I don't want to take the coverage. I want to stay in bed where it's nice and warm. That's what. Yeah. So happy Insurrection Day. How do you celebrate?
I get out of bed and I jump up and down and say, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so.
Yeah.
And then I go make an offering to Mike Fanone and Harry Dunn, 2 officers that survived, that speak up. And I pray for their protection. And today, I'm just so excited that 33 of the convicted insurrectionists committed new crimes.
Yeah.
So, according to Democrats. But I was in Taos, New Mexico when it happened. And I was in Taos, New Mexico because I felt it coming. I saw it coming. He said stand back and stand by in September, and that was enough for me. I felt like his followers were really going to stand back and stand by because he'd been committing stochastic terrorism from the campaign trail since day one.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is my sexy bed talk, right?
I like it.
Thank you.
And this is when you have company, you go like, and then 33 of those people who were pardoned were like, they were bad again.
Really they committed new crimes. They were just they're rhyming and criming all over the place, right?
So talk naughty to me.
I called Rain Pryor. I called Rain Pryor. And I gave her my escape plan. I had an escape plan in September before I left for Taos. If it really happened and people needed to escape DC because there was an insurrection, my plan was to have my brother fly a Cessna from Texas to DC, really not certain about gassing up. That's his problem. He's a piloted license. But he was going to land on River Road in Potomac, Maryland, and pick up friends and family. And Rain was the only person I told outside of my family. And everyone was like, ha, 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 Elizabeth's insane. And I went on my way to Taos. And then January 2nd, I'm taking a break from washing dishes at the pizza parlor right next to the art studio I got free rent at. And someone comes by and says, hey, man, they're attacking the Capitol, and runs away. And I was like, what? What? And then I couldn't get a hold of my family, which really...
I like that upside down look you just had. That was good. Whatever happened there.
I don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a hold of my family, and that really freaked me out for a good long time on this day.
Did you happen to meet Chad? What's Chad's last name? Ridden, something like that. Comedian, been on the program a couple of times there. He's in Taos. He's I think kind of like building Houses for Humanity or something out there.
Oh, he's out on the Mesa, or is he building in town? I don't think they're developing the town. I bet it's out on the
He's building
Mesa.
Adobe houses. It says here, Adobe houses. So
Oh,
Okay,
so lots of
well,
Photoshop and Premiere.
that could be in town or out of town. Um,
Yeah, he was
that's
hosting our
exciting.
friend
They have a
Sean.
beautiful.
He was
What?
hosting Sean Smith from Australia, a comedian, former prostitute, now comedian, sex worker in Australia. Who is, yeah. Why do I feel obligated to include that in her bio? Because she talks about that all the time.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I had a great friend in Hollywood that was a sex worker, and I never heard a single thing.
Yeah, sex has always felt like work for me.
What?
Sex has always felt like work for me. Craig Johnson says out on the Mesa. He's our local New Mexico correspondent who
Oh,
never
that's great.
corresponds.
Hey, Craig. The Mesa's fantastic. I love looking up at the sky at night. There are no street lights, and so it's absolutely dark, and you're so high up in altitude. The altitude's so high, you can see the Milky Way and all of the webs in the Milky Way and all of the stars that you never see because of the city lights. And
Yeah.
you can get dizzy, and forget which way is up and which way is down. It's like being
Yeah.
surrounded by a whole unfamiliar ocean of starlight. It's
You know,
beautiful.
Julia Roberts laid a kiss on me in Taos, New Mexico in 1994.
Whoa.
I know. She was a little drunk.
Now, how did you find Taos?
I was there with the cult. I used to
Oh,
work for a healing cult and
that makes
traveled all over.
sense.
Yeah. So we were in Santa Fe, but then we took a little excursion to Taos where this girl she was having oral sex with me all the time. And when
Oh
I say
my.
oral, I don't mean mouth, I mean oral, or your aura.
Oh,
Aura,
oh,
Auraal,
oh,
oral
oh,
sex.
oral.
Yes,
Oral.
oral sex.
Oh.
So we never touched, but she would bring me to orgasm by doing. It worked.
Wow.
Yeah, and so she invited me to Taos. Then we were in this place. It wasn't like a bar; it was more like a restaurant, but they had a pool table. And Julia Roberts was playing pool with a couple of women.
Okay, well, I mean, El Gamal has a pool table. Was it a hummus restaurant?
1994, man. Come on, so long ago. I remember it was dark. I remember she was a little bit drunk, and I was staring at her because she's famous, and like I'm like in shock that she's there. And she just walked over and she said, "You look like you want something." I was like, I don't know. I'm tongue tied. I'm like, I'm just in awe. Like I'm starstruck.
Right. Many people don't know that she's a resident out there.
She lives there permanently.
Yeah, she's got a house in Arroyo Hondo, which is like between the ski peak and the town.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't put that out there because there'll be stalkers. Well, she's not.
It's really difficult to get out to Taos. Like, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Have a nice time stalking.
Right. Yeah. They'll probably get beat up by a coyote or something too.
It's Julia Roberts and or just run over by a Mesa rat. It's Julia Roberts and a couple other people that are credited with the impetus of putting in a little airport now. There's an airport that goes directly into Taos to LA.
Oh, wow.
But we didn't have that for a long time. And I think here I go again with vague information. Incidentally, it's Isak Rabin. I was saying
I know.
Joy in Israel. I think it's Vanessa Redgrave that paid for the fire department out on the Mesa.
Wow.
Yeah, there wasn't a fire department for a while.
Wow.
So, it's really still to this day quite a rugged, rely on your best friends and neighbors for survival kind of thing.
So earlier on when I started out, I was talking about Amy Grant. Are you familiar with Amy Grant? Yeah, Christian
Amy
music.
Grant?
Yeah, baby, which I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was completely a Christian recording artist, and then she came out with some secular music, and then she went full secular with that Baby album that came out like 94 or something, 93 maybe. Really good stuff. Heart in Motion was the name of the album. Anyway, she came out with a new song today called 6th of January.
Oh my
And
goodness.
yeah, and I always, because she was a little bit of a cage rattler in the Christian world, where she did some secular music and people revolted against the Christian music fans and all this stuff.
What?
But I just assumed that she was conservative. And then she comes out with this song, and I was reading the lyrics, and there's one part I want to read here because I'm still confused about it.
I love being read to in bed. All right.
She says, driving home and the radio plays "What's Going On," Marvin Gaye. Is it right on Red or left on MLK? Which MLK Boulevard is in Nashville. Right on Red or MLK, left on MLK. I look ahead and realize we lost our way.
Wow. All right, Amy Grant.
Yeah, so it sounds like she's not towing the conservative line there, or the evangelical, we got to get behind the president type of thing. She's looking for hope and hoping we can unite, but it sounds like, I don't know, she's talking about John Lennon in the lyrics. She's talking about MLK, Marvin Gaye. This is all
my kind of evangelical.
Yeah. By the way, John Fugelsang will be on Friday.
Man, did you say MLK was in Nashville?
Yeah.
There's like an MLK and there's like 500 MLKs in this
There's
country.
one in DC, right?
Yes,
there's one in almost every city. There was a comedian who did this one joke that says, "Why is MLK always the most rundown street in every city?" Because the people felt obligated to name a street after MLK, so they would pick like the worst street to do it in some cities.
I just assumed she was referring to one in Nashville because that's where she was based, was a recording career and all that stuff. I don't know that for a fact. She could have been talking about another MLK Boulevard. You're right.
It could just be symbolic.
There's probably one in every
right
town.
On red, like right on red. Red also is the color for the right, the Republicans.
Right.
The left being liberal, MLK.
Yeah. Carlman says there's a Johnson in here again, a New Mexico tat man, if you will. Is he a tat man? I know that's part of his thing. But Craig, do you do tattoos? That's what I'm asking.
Well, the Johnson,
New Mexico tat man.
I thought it was a misspelling. I thought he meant fat man. like a pudgy.
Oh,
but I don't know. I don't know what people.
I don't think he has it. I've never seen any tattoos on him. It's not like I've seen him naked like I have with Elizabeth here. But I don't. He doesn't have any visible tattoos. Anyway,
I didn't get a chance to say good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning, my queen. I didn't get a chance to say that because when you first popped in, I was typing, and y'all started like talking.
Is that what you call it now? Typing?
Yeah. See, that's this thing here.
Yeah. Now, Elizabeth, do you know Kevin Brennan? Have you had the misery of knowing who Kevin Brennan is?
Not that I'm aware of. You'll have to tell me who he is.
He's a comedian. Thinks he's the greatest of all time.
It's hard for him to be the greatest of all time when I'm obviously the greatest of all time.
Absolutely. But he has a podcast called Misery Loves Company, and it's all he wants to do is talk about. He wants to badmouth other comedians. So the other night he was saying how everybody is a hack. Ready for a list of hacks? Mark Norman, Nate Bargatze, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Fuck you! No, stop! Really.
Yeah.
I watched fucking Maniscalco work his ass off at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
I will beat this bro up. Maniscalco found his audience, worked his butt off, went and got like acting lessons, pantomime lessons to put into his act outs.
Yeah. To
Whatever.
me, for somebody like him to be bad mouthing these people, it's like me saying, Paul McCartney, he was a hack of a songwriter. Billy Joel, he sucked. I mean, it's just jealousy or envy or whatever it is.
You just put out a new song,
That's not
didn't
him.
you?
That ain't him.
Anyway, yeah, no, it sounds like he's like crying out, like, please controverse me. I'm so controversial.
Yeah, that ain't him. Let me find him. I'll find
Please
that.
give me beef.
Oh,
If
do
I could
Misery
just
Loves
get
Company.
some famous beef,
Okay, this
people
says
would
Kevin
respect
Brennan.
me.
This is Kevin Brennan. What was the?
I think his name is Kevin Brennan. Yeah, but maybe he's changed a lot since then.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever met him,
Hold on, let me find him.
and I'm not mad about that.
No, but the reason, because for some reason, every time Doug Stanhope's name is mentioned on the internet, I get a notification through Google for somehow.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. But he was on New Year's Eve on this Misery Love Company thing, and this Kevin Brennan guy was trying to get Stanhope to say bad shit about all these comedians. He's like, say something good about, who do you like? He said, I'm a comedian. First of all, Stanhope saying this, I'm a comedian, but I don't follow other comedians' careers. That's such a fucking open mic thing to do. It's just like go on and like look for people to bash. He said, so let's keep it positive. Who do you like? And he couldn't come up with anybody he liked, and then he was losing his temper, and like he ended up
Stanhope?
Huh?
Stanhope was losing his temper?
No, he doesn't fucking lose his temper ever. Yeah, this is the Kevin Brennan.
Oh, Kevin was losing his temper. I got you.
Yeah. So, and he threw Stanhope off the podcast, and then he had to apologize and ask him to come back. It was just ridiculous. Let me see. So, yeah, that's the Kevin.
Yeah, that's
Brennan
the same guy.
It is.
Look, when they put up several pictures of them, and I guess they're different ages or something.
Maybe that was very young or something, and I didn't recognize him because now he's got this like.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Wow, another bald white guy on the air.
He's got that spray-on little stubble on his head, whatever.
Yeah, that's the same guy. It was like an age progression, I guess. I just picked the biggest picture so that people could see it when I shared it.
Yeah, and but it was just so weird to hear this guy, because I said in his chat room, nobody outside of comedy or outside of like unless you're a hardcore comedy fan or you're in his inner circle, nobody knows who he is. He's calling himself the greatest of all time and putting down people like Mark Norman, Sam Morril, all these people who are fucking kicking ass, working constantly.
I'll beat you up.
Yeah. So,
John Beavers just said good morning to me. Good morning, John Beavers.
Yeah. John's Beaver said hello. Good morning.
John's Beaver is wonderful.
Yeah. What is Carl saying about Bisbee Coffee House? Think we are having an affair? Bisbee Coffee House? What is that? Is there a Bisbee Coffee House? I don't know. Carl, if you want to come on, let me know. I will drop you a link. If not, I understand. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, but I like the fact that Stanhope was calling that out as like such like beginner open mic behavior, like where you're just concentrating on other people's stuff. I like the stoicism out of that. The idea. Worry about your own fucking career.
I don't know. I love Stanhope. First of all, he's great.
Yeah, me too.
He is great, and bagging on other comics is bullshit. I mean, you should be focusing on your own material. You don't know who you're going to be on a lineup with. You don't know who you're going to run into Vegas. You don't know who's going to be in New York running a mic that you need a workout time on. I mean, just out of self-preservation, there's a certain impetus to be polite.
So I shouldn't, because they were trying to get him to rag on Rogan, because he got married to Joe Rogan at one point. Stanhope did.
Who got married to Joe Rogan?
Doug Stanhope. They inherited the Man Show after Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah, right.
And they got married on that.
But, nice. So it is a bromance. Okay. All right.
Yes.
I can dig it.
So Brennan was trying to get him to rag on Rogan and what Rogan is becoming. He was just like, I'm not here to do that. And I don't know why they even had Stanhope on. Can't imagine why he did that. First of all, because
maybe he was just like, I'm gonna teach this kid a lesson.
I don't think he really knew much about him,
right?
To be honest. But then our friend Andy Andrus, who was in the back behind Stanhope, I think he's staying at his house. He was smoking a bong, and Kevin Brennan was like, "What's your friend doing back there? He's smoking a bong. Can't do that here on YouTube." I was like,
"How long has Kevin Brennan been on the scene, man?"
A long time. Yeah. But I smoke on YouTube all the time. I never get in any trouble for it. Well, he was just like, and Andy has smoked bongs on this program every single time he's been on, which is a lot. I did reach out to him the other. You know Andy Andrus?
I do know Andy Anderson. Again,
another
comic I like.
No, Andy Andrus. Andy Andrus is Doug Stanhope's best friend. A few years ago, he got pancreatic cancer, and he's a good guy, and he's been on this program a ton of times. So I decided to do a podathon, a 40-hour live stream, because he had no insurance, and we were doing a fundraiser for him.
That's great.
Yeah, except 40 hours is a long time.
40 hours is a long time.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah. But he was in the operating room, he was on the program right after he got out of the operating room.
That's great.
Yeah. Just had his bile duct removal, whatever they do in
my gosh.
The Whipple procedure. And he was on the program and smoking. He wasn't smoking, but he was wanting to smoke. But every other time he's been on this program, he's smoking bongs. There's no problem with that. I'll prove it to you. Watch. My lighter don't work. Fuck. I need a new lighter.
Wake and bake. Wake and bake.
Oh no, I've been up for a couple hours, so this is not officially a wake and bake moment.
Second sesh.
Yes. Now we'll see if YouTube gets mad at me for that. We'll see. Do you in DC? Is there legal? Is it recreational legal? Do you got dispensaries?
Yeah, no, we have recreational and medical.
All right.
And I was just tuning into Maryland Normal's meeting last night. Luke Jones heads up Maryland Normal, and their new policies that they want to progress are pretty hip. I'm already proud of my friends in Maryland Normal for rallying around cultivation rights. We can grow in Maryland, just like you can in DC. And it took us a hot minute to get that. And now Luke Jones wants to legalize growing more than 2 plants, that you can actually grow a canopy of weed outside, and wants to have collective sharing, etc. He's really working to take the, I don't know, some radicals say colonialism out of weed. Some commies say capitalism. I just say, free weed.
This whole you talking about Normal. I remember following Normal in the 1970s through a magazine called High Time.
Oh yeah.
But now I'm thinking about it. It's almost like the people who are Warren Zevon in the Hall of Fame. Get Warren Zevon in the Hall of Fame. Now Warren Zevon's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What am I going to do with the rest of my life now? I have no cause. My cause has been, I've reached a goal. It feels like Normal is just about there. 10 more states legalize it. The people in Normal be like, well, what do we do now? Got any weed?
Right.
What are they going to do with their life?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you go, if you go to a dispensary, because here I go to Puspatug, which is the Indian reservation, where every every business on the entire reservation is a dispensary.
Oh,
And yet,
wow.
yeah, you can go there and choose, and it's super low prices on everything.
Oh, that's great. I need to
But
come out and visit you and your wife, and I'm going to ask you to pick up a pound for me. I need to make some RSO, Rick Simpson oil, for all my friends with cancer right now.
wow. But every time I go there, they say, "Do you want a lighter?" And so I have like 100 fucking lighters all over the
Oh,
place.
that's great.
And even if you say you don't want a lighter, they give you one anyway. Like,
That's great.
yeah,
So
uh,
I got to visit this reservation.
yeah, you do. And then there's no real Indians there. That's my only beef with it. Like everybody is pretending to be, and like nobody's doing a DNA test on any of these people. So I could go set up a discount weed dispensary.
Oh, this sounds great. I was just wondering where I should move.
Yeah, you should move there. It's Mastic. It's officially Mastic Beach, Long Island, New York. But yeah, like about 10 blocks of just weed place after weed place.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of weed dispensaries in DC that have popped up. Originally, DC was all about barter because Adam Eidinger, my good buddy, had grow laws. That was his first concern, was that you should be able to grow in DC, since it's such uh a cultural staple of Chocolate City. And you can have 3 plants in bloom while 3 plants are getting ready, in cycle.
Here they have it per person. You can have up to 6 plants per person.
That's nice.
I don't know how
That's a nice group of Christmas brownies, boy.
How do you enforce that? Like, well, I see 7 plants there. You're going to jail. What?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. GD is a resident anti-weed guy. He hates weed.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's not true either.
Fuck him. Fuck GD. That's my motto. I don't know if you know
It's
my
not
motto.
true either, but go ahead, Matt. Keep that. I don't get enough hate mail as it is. Go ahead.
Send your hate mail to gdfenderson@gmail.com.
GD, I'm the only person that's allowed to hate you because I do it with love. I need names.
Hate with love. That's got to be a t-shirt. Go to printify.com and you can make your own Hate with Love t-shirt today.
What would Rob Reiner do? He'd write a kiss in after the people admitted they hated each other.
Yeah. People are making, I don't know, they're milking this Rob Reiner stuff. Like I see people just like continually posting like pictures of his family together and all this stuff, and they're just doing
awful.
it for clicks. And
it's awful. The clickbait's awful. They're spelling his name wrong.
Oh yeah.
RYNER. What?
Yeah.
This cat named Perez calls himself the original influencer on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
And what annoys me, I'm not going to say the most, because what annoys me the most is that they're exploiting Rob Reiner and his family's grief, and my friends' grief, and my own grief. But the second thing that annoys me is all of these influencers have like a sentence of information, and they will take 4 or 5 minutes to get to that one sentence of information.
Yeah.
And
the big thing now on social media is they post something and they don't give you the information. They post like a picture or something that you can't really tell who it is, and you have to go to the comments to see what the fuck they're talking about.
Oh yeah, they put up the big X thing. Yeah. When I can't sleep at night and I'm feeling like I want something trashy, I go to TikTok like you used to go to the convenience store and buy world news. I just scroll on TikTok because they got animated Nephilim. They got junk about beyond the Antarctic wall. They got alien stuff. Everybody's always saying, they found tunnels in people's homes in Hollywood.
Oh.
I just scroll.
I don't know if you know this about me. That has become my. I never used to say. I never used that phrase before Willie was on the program, and now that Willie's gone, I can't stop saying, "I don't know if you know this about me."
It rolls off of your tones very nicely.
I live near Tesla's lab, like very close to Tesla's lab. It's about 300 yards that way. And there was a thing on one of History Channel, one of these channels, where they were discovering tunnels under his place where he stored stuff. For some reason, like he moved stuff. He was afraid people were going to find some of his secret files. It ends up under a gas station. The tunnels go under again. It goes under the library. There's a little small like annex to the library, and then under a gas station, and they had to stop there. It was like one of these Geraldo Rivera things where they found the empty Al Capone's vault, but expecting all the Tesla stuff. I'm always fascinated by those people who have tunnels under their place. Something I didn't know until just a couple of days ago. Trump is building a bunker underneath this ballroom.
Oh yeah, you didn't
It was
know
already
that?
there.
Yeah, it's all about the bunker.
My understanding is that the bunker was under there before they destroyed it, and they had to rebuild it anyway now.
Upgrades.
See, as soon as the word bunker comes up, it's hard not to think about.
Yeah, remember, there've always been a bunker that the previous presidents could go to in the event of an attack or something like that. My understanding is that that's where it was under the East Wing.
Right.
And so when he demolished the East Wing, that kind of like messed up the access to the bunker. You had to take them outside to take them into the bunker. So,
wow.
Yeah, they kind of fuck things up.
All right, but so that makes it a little less nefarious because every time I hear the word bunker, I can't help but think of Adolf and Ava in the bunker. It's like, so it just seems like, yeah, don't call me Hitler, but I just built a bunker. There you go.
He's doing upgrades. He's making upgrades. I would hope, that we have a number of tunnels in this country. Shouldn't our military or something be able to, drive like from DC to NORAD without being seen or dealing with traffic?
Do you have a bunker on you?
That's what the transporters are for.
I don't think we have a bunker. My father wasn't that high up in the DOJ. That there's a bunker, but I could be wrong.
Just in, it looks like Craig the Tat Man has a tattoo on his right ankle, according to he posted a picture on Twitter of this show, and then him standing on like a bathroom mat in his shorts, kind of a little gross thing. But you see his legs there, and it looks like he's got a tattoo on his right ankle. So I was wrong. Now we've done a full body exam of the Tat Man. He does have a tat. That doesn't seem like you're a tat man just because you got one on your ankle, though. You gotta be like Ray Bradbury, right?
Tat man.
You know Natalie Cuomo, the comedian?
No.
She's
is she a Cuomo?
No, she's a New York Cuomo, but she used to like older guys. She got this funny line that she says, I used to she had a thing for older guys, and girls used to say she had daddy issues. She said, I love my dad. I just love your dad a lot more. She's covered with tattoos. She's got the Ray Bradbury thing, and I think I'm who the hell am I to tell? Who the hell are you? Walk around.
Walk around nappy.
I'm not telling anybody how to live their life, what to do, but I think there is when somebody just continues to get tattoos when they're already covered. It may be time to have a little talk intervention or something. It's just trading one addiction for I'm just like addicted to needles now, but whatever.
Okay.
Shane Moss is like the Yakuza of stand-up. He's so inked up.
Yeah.
He cracks me up. I laugh until I cry.
I've invited him on the program too, and he gave me a very not pleasant rejection. They're a
That's
good
too bad.
rejection. Bob Saget, rest in peace. He gave me the most wonderful rejection letter I ever got from anybody. It
A
was like,
rejection letter.
well, yeah, it was like a paragraph and a half. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I would love to do it. Right now, I'm on the road. When I make time and I'm free, let's hook this up. I'd really love to have a chat with you. Like, wow, this is amazing.
That's nice.
And then he died.
Aw.
Like, how dare you die?
Some people will do anything not to be on this show.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, there's in the chat room, you guys can't see it because it's in the other room. Scott the Mystery Man has a question for Elizabeth.
Who has a question for Elizabeth?
Scott the Mystery Man.
All right.
What's a Scott Mystery Man? Wants to know if you're basically wants to know the reason you're clad in the way you're dressed, the way you're not dressed.
Not dressed.
Right.
I'm in bed.
And because he wanted to know if is she in a bunker? Because we were talking about bunkers.
Bunkers, yes. Yes.
Well, no, she's not in a bunker. It could be a bunk bed. I don't know. But she doesn't put the camera
Now, what is
up.
that, on Govs? Is that where?
Yes, Govs.
You know what? I should start to monitor Gov's chat room and see what goes on over there, right? Or I guess we're okay with you doing it.
I mean, the program's called Coffee with the Dog, and it takes place in the morning. I got up this morning, but I didn't feel like getting all the way up, so...
Yeah, no, there's no reason to. It's totally optional.
If
I could do this from bed, I would. Yeah. I did an interview with somebody in a hospital, and I didn't know they were going to be in a hospital. An author on my evening program, and she was in a hospital bed the whole time she was doing the whole thing, and I just thought it was just a weird angle she had, like was wearing like, well, that's a weird outfit you're wearing there. I didn't realize until the end that she was in a hospital room, and then people started coming in to stick wires and tubes in her and stuff.
Well, I used to do the show from my garden for a while.
That's true. For 3 days in a row, I think.
Yeah, because I was planting spring bulbs or something. I was planting tulips, irises, hyacinths, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't do that?
I want to be the new Terry Garr. All right.
Terry Garr?
Yeah. Remember when she used to come on David Letterman in her towel and she'd like take a shower on the Letterman show?
I don't remember that.
You should YouTube that.
Yeah, I should. She was a doll.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Dancer.
Roll into hay, roll into hay.
Used to be a course dancer. In a couple of Elvis Presley movies, I think, or maybe it was just one movie, but several scenes.
I just know. I thought she got her start in Young Frankenstein. That's the first I was ever aware of her. And
really?
She was a
dancer. Back in the day.
Back in the day, there's that.
Yeah, when I say back in the day, like
every day is a day. Yesterday was the day.
Watch the show.
Yesterday was the day.
Well, I can't remember which Elvis movie. I think it's the Elvis movie that Anne Margaret was dancing with him in. Also, I don't know what that was.
Anne Margaret. Now there's a piece of.
But Terry Garr was one of the backup dancers, if I remember correctly. Terry Garr was one of the backup dancers, and not only if it was in just that movie or there was other movies.
Terry Garr's career began as a background dancer in Elvis Presley movies before her breakthrough role in Young Frankenstein, 1974.
Now you said movies, so she was in more than
movies. Yes.
Okay, that's. I thought I just assumed that because of, but it could have been a change of scene.
Yeah.
And I mean,
that's weird. I never noticed they used the same dancers all the time in those Elvis movies.
But you can't trust me, Matt, because I also believe that Zsa Zsa Gabor was on Johnny Carson's show and he told her to the whole cat thing. I
Well,
still
she
believe
was
it.
on the show, but I think
Yeah, I still believe that happened. You can't talk me off of that.
She was
Even
raised.
though, so Johnny Carson,
She's raised in Hollywood.
Jane Fonda actually just came out and asked him, did it happen? And his answer was, I think I'd remember that.
She was actually in Francis Ford Coppola's thriller, The Conversation, with Gene Hackman before Young Frankenstein came out. I don't know. I didn't notice her until she had the knockers joke. You know, thank you, doctor.
That
Wow.
is such a great joke.
Yeah. Speaking of Mel Brooks, did you see Mel Brooks' take on Rob Reiner's thing?
No, I've been giving everyone privacy, but what did Mel Brooks have to say?
Mel Brooks was angry because Mel Brooks was like he called Uncle Mel to Rob Reiner, right?
He was
And-
Carl Reiner's best friend.
Right. And so Rob Reiner would go every Sunday to visit Mel. And one Sunday several months ago, he showed up and he said he's got to lock his bedroom door because he's afraid of his son. And Mel like tore into him like, you got, you know, at this point, you can't be, you're a hostage. You're not being a parent, you're being a hostage. And he was angry at Rob, like, you got to come to grips with what this is, and you're not going to be able to save him. This kid needs like major psychiatric help. And so Mel was really upset that Rob was soft. And as a parent who went through that, you struggle with that, like this tough love thing, then I'm a little too soft and all that. It's really hard to tell somebody, you know, you gotta draw the line with this kid, put him out on the street, and if he needs to learn that way, he's gonna. And Mel said it was prolific. He said either he's gonna kill himself or he's gonna kill you. And so you know, you just got to come to the point that you are not equipped to save him.
Yeah.
So
that's sad.
It is totally sad.
Did anybody here watch the Chevy Chase thing? There was like a 2-hour show about Chevy Chase. It's called I'm Chevy Chase and You're Not. And it's basically a retrospective of his career.
What a dick. Not you. Chevy Chase, I've seen a couple of shorts of him, and there's somebody, and it might be from this thing that you're talking about. Somebody saying, there's a female reporter on the other side of the desk, and she says, I'm just trying to figure you out.
Right.
Says,
yeah. That's
no shit. Thing. You're not gonna figure me out. And she says, why?
You're not smart enough.
You're not bright enough. That's
right. You're not bright enough. Yeah.
How's that? I hope you're not gonna air that.
Yeah.
She did. But
that is from the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. What a dick. I mean,
when he did that, I looked at my wife and I said, he went all Trump on her.
Well, he went like Matt Napple. You know.
Is it one of his co-stars from his recent sitcom Mad at Him?
Yeah, everybody's mad at him.
Well, there's a lot of people. There's a good chunk of people that are not happy with Chevy Chase.
Always. That's been his. From day one, he always had these contentious relationships with people. Belushi wanted to beat him up. Bill Murray and him got into a fight. He
was like that. It was like that in college. There was he was friends with Fagan.
David Fagan, Donald Fagan.
Yeah, Fagan. Yeah, both of them. He was friends with both of them.
Yeah.
And before they formed Steely Dan, they were in another band or something. And when they left that other band, they were looking for someone else to replace them. And Chevy Chase got into the band, kind of to replace them.
Yeah.
Because apparently Chevy Chase could play drums, guitar, and keyboard.
Oh, that's nifty.
Yeah.
There was a Belzer got Howard Stern to call Chevy Chase's house, and it was like 8:00 here in New York, but it was 5 a.m. in L.A. He called him, he got the voicemail or something, and then Chevy Chase called back and was yelling at him, "How dare you call here and get my?" And Belzer had put him up to it, and then after a while, because Chevy Chase was on Larry King, and they thought they were off the air, but the satellite feed was still carrying while they were at commercial. And Chevy Chase says to Larry King, "Have you noticed Howard Stern guy? What an asshole!" And then somebody shared that tape was Howard
Assholes
Stern.
calling each other assholes.
Yeah, and a whole feud that went on for like a year with calls back and forth and all this stuff. Jackie was there
Hilarious.
during that time. Ian wants to know if you're half asleep. No, she's half awake.
That's right.
What a pessimist he is. Half asleep. Ian sees a woman in bed and thinks she's half asleep. Me, being an optimist, sees a woman in bed and thinks she's half awake. GD, being a realist, doesn't care. All right.
That's right. Doesn't concern me. Doesn't concern me.
All right, so I got one right. I'm 1 for 2.
Well, today.
Today. All right.
We'll just agree to walk around nappy.
All right. Would you like one of these, GD?
Look,
A caterpillar? A caterpillar?
Look, they're 75. Oh, you can't see the label. It
Gummy
says
worm?
75 milligram gummies. 75 milligrams each.
I have 50 milligram gummies. No, or they 20. I have
sour gummy worms is what they're called. Sour gummy worms.
Yeah, I don't like sour gummies even when they're not. I don't. But I have gummies. I just.
All right, 375 milligram THC gummies. How much you think these go for on the
Okay,
market?
where did you get them at? Did you get them at Puspatuk? At
Puspatuk.
Puspatuk?
Yeah.
And this is regular price, not one of their 2-for-1 sales, or you go in with a hat and they give you something free. This is a regular price, right?
Go in with the hat.
I don't know, because they'll have all kinds of deals there. Matt goes in there and they'll say, Matt will buy like, let's say $100 worth of stuff. And on his way out the door to say, hey, do you want the free samples too?
You want a free ounce?
Right.
Hey, you want a free ounce of weed? Nah, keep it. If I say no, I'm definitely high.
Yeah, if you say no, that's when they stop at the door and say, have him check. Don't let him drive home.
It's regular price. Anybody can walk in there right now and just buy this. Or you just walk in there.
I'm going to say $45.
$5.
$45? $5? Okay.
$5. I'm like, why didn't I just buy the whole fucking rack of them? Like $5 each. And then I could come home and sell them for $10. I could have sold one to you just there for $35, and you would have been, I'm getting $10.
No, I don't pay anything for my gummies, so you wouldn't be able to sell it to me. I have not paid one dime for any of the gummies that I've had.
Wow.
Matter of fact, in my entire life, I've only spent $1 on weed. Total.
Wow.
Ever. Total in my entire life. All the pot I've smoked, all the gummies I've done, I've only spent $1 total. I think I've made a great investment on my money.
By the time I was 11 years old, and the second day of school, when I was 11, I had spent twice what you spent.
Wow. And that $1, I was at the lake. I was a teenager. I was at the lake in Columbia, Maryland. I was probably about 15 because I didn't have a license yet. And we used to go to every Friday, Saturday night. We used to go to the lake in Columbia, Maryland. Now, sometimes there'll be like bands there playing on the lake, and this is just something that they did for young people to keep us off the streets at night. So they had a band playing at the lake. I was there, and this white dude walks by, and I'm sitting with a bunch of my friends. Like an eclectic group: black, white, young, old. When I say old, like I mean like 17. So. And this guy walks by and says, hey, like, dude, can anybody here lend me $1? He says, I need to score some weed. I'm $1 short. If anybody can lend me $1, I will pay you back right away. And so I gave him $1. And everybody's like, don't do that, man. You'll never see him again. I said, it's only $1. And this is, of course, like 1976 money. So $1, 1975 money. So $1 would be like, I don't know. So I give him $1. He disappears, and we move. We don't stay where we are. We go to another blanket. Like an hour and a half later, he finds me and gives me a nickel bag of weed.
I love it. Blanket hopping instead of bar hopping.
Yeah, we were just blanket. So he finds me and gives me a nickel bag of weed, and I went, thank you. And it was good weed. So yeah, that was it. That was the only time I spent any money on weed. I spent $1, lent $1, got a nickel bag.
Well, it's about time you spent more, so go buy me an ounce.
No.
Terry Gar was in Dumb and Dumber.
Terry Gar did what?
Terry Gar was in Dumb and Dumber in 1994. I don't remember her in that. I would think I would remember her in that, but there's so many stupid things that stick in my. But Michael with John Travolta, remember that movie? No, Kara Sedgwick was the star in that. You know, the co-star in that. I don't remember Terry Garr being in.
I didn't see Michael. I remember her being in Kira Sedgwick was in Phenomenon.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of. Right, Phenomenon is the one with Kira Sedgwick. Michael. Oh yeah, Michael. Gene Stapleton's in Michael, I think. Right.
I didn't see Michael. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember Terry Garr being in it. You know what? I got to watch that again. I think
her Letterman appearances are the best. David Letterman was in love with her. I love their exchange on his show.
Yeah, Gene Stapleton was in Michael, and Andy McDowell. I don't see. Yeah, Andy McDowell. I don't see Terry Garr listed here at all, but on her page it says it's all confusing. I'm just so confused. Did you guys pay any attention to the arraignment and the plea of Maduro?
Yeah, I was walking around Nappy.
So walking around Nappy. Now, what when they said the charges? What were the charges?
There was. Oh, well, I remember the fourth charge because that was like, what the fuck? Possession of machine guns and guns. Yeah, now, of course, he's in his own where. Yes, of course he's got machine guns. He's in Venezuela.
A world leader. I mean,
and what does that have to do with us? That has nothing to do with us. But there was I think drug trafficking. I think was or maybe laundering. No, I think drug trafficking.
Drug laundering.
Yeah, drug laundering. Yeah, you bring the weed and he washes it, folds it, and then puts, dries it and sends it back clean.
Yeah.
Without the THC.
Is it legal? Because, I think it's even according to like our Second Amendment, people will tell you, why wouldn't you be able to have a machine gun, even if you were in the United States? Never mind a sovereign country thousands of miles away, 3,000 miles, 5,000, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to have AR-15s?
I don't know. Yeah.
No, I didn't go back to finish reading the indictment. It was 25 pages, but it was, from what I was reading, it's so fucking convoluted. It's so convoluted. They've skirted around so much stuff. I'm comparing this to. I'm going to compare it to the Jack Smith indictment. The Jack Smith indictment, I think, was like 90 something pages. Jack Smith broke things down. Like he says, we have video of him doing such and such. We have audio tapes of him saying such and such. We have, he was breaking down actual evidence.
Donald Trump paid $3 million to make January 6th happen.
Right.
He was invested $3 million into overthrowing the government, into nearly hanging Mike Pence, into, did you watch the body camera from Mike Fanone? Capitol Police Officer
I'm certain
Mike
I've seen
Fanone?
it. I've seen all the footage like so many times, every different angle of that stuff.
He went over and narrated his body cam with it might have been even CBS. I'm not certain who sponsored it, but as soon as he gets on site, these Capitol Police officers are screaming for fresh officers up in the front because they've been holding off this angry mob for hours. And as soon as Fanone gets up there, he knew it was going to break. Anyway.
Yeah. So now they like beat him close to death, right? And didn't they like stick a flagpole in his eye or something? Something like that, right?
I don't know about the flagpole in his eye. He looks like he's got both of his eyes. And I can only follow violence, or I will only follow violence as much as I need to understand how heinous it was, and then I'll clock out.
Yeah. Ironically, they used to be my closest friends. Now I haven't talked to them since November 6th. of last year, day after election day. But
Mm.
I grew up with these guys. They both are brothers. They argued over which one of them were really in the Guinness Book of World Records for the worst, the highest bail in a drug trafficking charge. They both went to prison for years they were Colombian drug traffickers. They aren't Colombian. My friend, who is Maltese, was married to a Colombian woman, and her father was helping him smuggle drugs, cocaine, from Colombia. And they both went to prison for years. They are hardcore Trumpers. And the younger one was planning on going to January 6th to overturn the election a month in advance, and was telling me about his plans to go there. And he was there on the day, and he texted me, "This is getting too wild. I'm going to go back to prison. I'm out of here." So he absolutely knew about it. It was planned in advance. It was not a spontaneous riot or anything like that. This is
No, there were hotels. There was there were radios, radio shows about it.
Yeah. And you still get these
In
people
September, he said, "Stand back and stand by." So he
Yeah.
has been grooming his base from before then.
Yeah. So, and you
This
still
is
get these
what I
people saying
don't
it was.
like about the Democrats, is that they never called out the Mad Orange on his stochastic terrorism until it was way too late.
Yeah.
And that's shameful.
Yeah, totally. And the Democrats are just the weakest, spineless. Like it's hard to say that because you see Republicans like Lindsey Graham, who knows and knew in advance, and Marco Rubio, who knew in advance what Trump was long before, and they became just completely yes men and ass kissers and all that stuff. They have no spine. But the Democrats, they aren't even fighting back. They're just like, we'll just wait. We'll just wait. It'll pass.
We wrote a strongly worded letter. What?
Okay, I'm gonna slightly push back because
Frank
we're saying,
Conniff says that they don't even write strongly worded letters.
Yeah.
Go on, push back.
We're saying the Democrats, and I guess we should be saying Democrat leadership or something like that, because Chuck Schumer is the one who writes the strongly worded letters. Okay, there are Democrats who are in office who are a lot more vocal, so I just don't like saying Democrats. I mean, there are people who are like spineless.
No, I'm comfortable saying Democrats because I know Raskin is fighting. I know Jasmine Crockett is fighting.
AOC and Bernie Sanders. I think that's
AOC
all of them.
Up there.
Yeah, I think we just named all of them: Bernie Sanders, Jasmine Crockett, Raskin, and AOC. That's where it stopped. Hakeem
then you have like Tim Kaine, the ultimate sellout, and you have, what was it, 26 new Democrats. I didn't recognize any of their names. Excuse me if any single one of them was senior. 26 new Democrats voted not to indict. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This motherfucker is turning us over to the Russian government and building a geopolitical cabal of criminals.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get involved.
Right.
What?
I follow this guy. His name is Valhalla VT, Nate something. He's a Green Beret, ex-Green Beret, who's got a YouTube channel, and he's in with Ian Carroll. He's a Candace Owens fan. He's very right wing.
Okay.
And he came out with this.
Ian Carroll and Candace Owens interest me.
Yeah, he came out with his take on the Venezuelan thing, and again, he's very right wing. His statement on it is almost word for word, and his take on it is almost word for word with Kamala Harris' take on it. So one of them, either he's not as right wing as he thinks he is, or she's not as left wing as people say she is. But the fact that, and he wasn't pulling any punches on this. The idea of regime change never works out for us. It never has before, and it never will. And this idea that we can run things without having military on the ground there. Yeah, they're happy now, but so was Iraq happy in the days after Saddam got captured. But they've
already started becoming disillusioned. They're talking about Venezuela.
Yeah.
As soon as within the hour or so of Maduro's being captured, there was great rejoicing. As soon as Trump says we're going to run things, they went, what? No. What the fuck? No, we already have, we had an election. We have somebody who we want. That person got 70% of the vote. That's who we want. I can't remember his name now. Not Machado. No, not Machado. It was it was some guy. I can't remember. Oh, man, I got to look it up again. But anyway, he won. And that's who they wanted in. And Trump goes, oh, we're going to run it. They're like, what the fuck? No, that's not what we want. So
yeah, I think it is Machado. You're talking about the opposition that really won.
Right, but it wasn't Machado.
Wasn't?
No.
Anyway, the vice president got. So the point that he was making is, so you went in there, you took out Maduro, who's the president, and left his vice president in charge for now, because Trump's saying we're running things, but without military on the ground, they can't enforce that. There's nothing to enforce that. So this the vice president got sworn in as president. This is Maduro's vice president. So basically, it's the same. They're out there celebrating in the street and not getting that the government hasn't changed at all. It's still the same fucking people right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, this whole idea of we can make this work from a distance. No, you can't. It's going to require, especially if he wants to say we're in charge. To be in charge, you got to have some force there, and that's even his. I would say most of his sensible supporters. We have a few in the chat room here.
Okay. Edmundo Gonzalez is the guy I'm thinking of.
Gonzalez.
Edmundo Gonzalez. That's what.
Not even Venezuelan. Gonzalez. That's a Mexican name if I ever heard one.
Fine. He was on the ballot. He got the most votes.
All right.
I don't care if he was Alaskan. He got the most votes.
According to who?
According to, damn it. Basically, according to the election results.
Yeah.
Maduro declared himself the winner.
Right. Oh, so he said, well, the elections was, this is weird, because I thought.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. The election was rigged. It's not right. There's no way he won. I'm the winner. Fuck off, you guys.
Right. So somebody on Twitter was pointing out, they brought up that Sydney person who was on Trump's election denial team. That, remember her? She was saying that it was Venezuela was behind the 2020 election, stolen election, and that's the real. Forget oil, forget drugs. It's all about. Remember Donald Trump saying, "Oh, the proof is coming," and so here's the conspiracy theory that Maduro knew that this was coming. This is why he's happy and all this stuff, and he's acting all like he's going to cooperate with the Trump administration on proving the 2020 election was stolen, and that was the real reason behind all this stuff. And Maduro was actually in it. Why he wasn't surprised, and he was wearing clothes and all that. Supposed to be in bed. I don't know. It's more conspiracy stuff. It's just nonsense. But it's really.
He had like 5 outfits on the way to New York or something.
Yeah.
But Kingpin's got a king.
Yeah. And he doesn't seem particularly upset for a guy who just got busted and is staying in the Brooklyn house of detention.
I'd be really cooperative.
Yeah, but he's smiling and taking selfies and stuff.
Okay, I'll come. Can I please bring my Pumas?
Yeah.
My luxury Air Jordans.
Yeah.
I'll come, I'll sign whatever you need. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just please let me keep eating the way I've been eating.
A lot of it, like Megyn Kelly, who is Donald Trump ass kisser, even though he told her she had period blood shooting out of her eyes.
Oh my God, he's crazy.
Yeah, I know, but so she still loves his ass, but
it's
now
amazing that no one's thrown a shoe at him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
she's saying about the boots on the ground. She's saying, I got teenage sons. I'm not sending my kids to fucking Venezuela. Eventually, it will require some boots on the ground. You can't run a country like remotely. You can't do it like we're doing a fucking podcast right now. You can't just zoom in and say, yeah, we're in charge now. You gotta have boots on the ground. And none of these people want their kids to go. They want my kid to go. Well, my kid's dead already. I won.
Jesus, I never had any kids. I win.
Oh yeah, you did win. Well, I
I
don't know.
am my child.
My wife would say you lost because her whole world is about the kids.
Oh yeah, my mom is all she ever wanted to do was be a mom. I saw what a pain in the butt it was, and I was just like, I'm out. Like, what? Women are liberated now. We can do whatever we want. I think I'll have brunch
Who
whenever I
tell you that?
want.
Who tell you that? Who tell you that shit?
My mother, can you
Do whatever
believe
they
it?
want.
When I was 2.
Yeah.
When I was 2, she came in crying. Oh, I thought it was like something very, very important for my mom to be crying. And she was saying
Wow.
how the Equal Rights Amendment passed Congress and how we were all going to be equal now.
Yeah.
And we could go out and be whatever we wanted to be. And
So sticking with the political stuff to piss the audience off.
yeah.
Tim Walz chickening out, right? That's what he's really doing, right? He's chickening out.
Who's
I don't know
chickening
if
out?
I don't know if he's chickening out or
Chickening in?
because he is deciding to not to run for re-election. He's now the excuse. I'm not saying excuse. The explanation, because there's a difference between an excuse and an explanation. What he's saying is that he cannot defend himself and be governor at the same time.
I don't think he can. I think that's not true. I mean, I know that's what he's saying. I don't think it's true that he can't defend himself. It seems, if you look at the case, that there's nothing to defend. He actually locked up the white woman, not the Somali, who was behind the whole scam. She's already been convicted and sentenced to prison. It's like, what are you talking about? This is like you're bringing up something that we were on top of. We took care of it. We prosecuted it already.
Yeah, for 20. Yeah, for like 20.
So what's there to really defend, though? It's
like, the attacks. It's not the case itself as much as the attacks. It's the right-wing attacks. And I guess, like I said, I don't know. I don't know what he knows. I do not know what Tim Walz knows. So, but if he wants to bow out, that's their politics. So fine, he bows out. Maybe he knows somebody else is going to win. I don't know.
Yeah,
or he believes.
It seemed to me like you're just running away from the fight. That's what it feels like, running away. There's a fight. People are attacking you. Your name is being attacked.
Right,
you want to stand up for yourself?
I agree with you. And I have a problem with people who do not stand up and fight for what's right. Yeah. I have a problem with that.
I don't care about their governor. Why would I care about it? That's not my state. I care about my state, and my state has got its own problems with governors. Luckily Lee Zeldin didn't win. He ran last time in New York, and I was like, oh, not that guy. That guy lied to my fucking face when he was running for Congress. I met him at Stop and Shop. He was out there, meet and greet. And I said, you're not going to be a rubber stamp for Donald Trump, right? You're going to do what's right. Oh, yes, even though I'm a Republican, I'm not, it's not party before country before party and all that stuff. And then he got in and he was a rubber stamp and just a total, up Trump's ass like a fucking hemorrhoid. So he lied to my face. So he was running for governor. Now we have somebody who's even, New York is weird. This is why we keep ending up with very liberal Democrats as governors in New York, is because the right-wing people are just fanatical right-wingers. Like that one guy up in Rochester who was running, he had no problem in his campaign using ethnic slurs, all of them, every possible ethnic slur you could think of, he would use. Like,
really? Like, did you say, okay, I'll run down the list and you tell me if he said it.
We do it every Sunday morning. We can just play the tape. Yeah, no, he knows them all. He knows them all, and it wasn't shy about using them. And he had such support obviously not enough to get him elected, but very vocal support in certain areas. That New York is a weird place. It's really a microcosm of the country where we have very far left, very far right people, and depending on where you are, areas that are just like nobody is centrist. There's no fucking centrist in New York. I think I'm the last one. I'm the last living centrist. And look at me. I'm dying.
What about Jackie? Isn't Jackie a centrist?
No, Jackie's liberal.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like to get into politics much, but he's definitely a liberal, which is surprising because he has so many right-wing friends. I mean, Anthony Cumia is he's another guy who's like just as far right as you can get. And they go close friends. Like, I can't keep those people in my life. Not at all.
Okay. Now I can't remember his name. The Democratic, the minority leader in the House, King Jeffries. Isn't he a centrist?
Oh God, he's such a patsy. I wish he would fight more.
He could be a patsy, but I'm asking if he's a centrist, which is
yes, he is.
So Matt, you're not the only one. There's at least two of you.
Where is Jeffries from? He's not from my district. I don't know.
He's not from your district. Yeah.
He's Brooklyn? I didn't even know he's New York.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, he doesn't sound like he's from New York.
He's
it definitely doesn't sound like he's from Brooklyn.
Selloutville. That's where he's from.
Yeah. What? Crown Heights. Wow. Crown Heights. He's 55 years old. Crown Heights. I didn't even know he was a New Yorker.
Oh my God, he is not a Gen Xer. Ugh. So embarrassed.
I didn't even know he was from New York, honestly, till just now. Crown Heights. It's interesting. I got a paint party in Crown Heights.
Stop in and say hello
next week. No, he won't be there.
I painted the other side of my...
Won't you be surprised if some black guy named Hakeem Jeffries opens the door and says, "This way to the paint party. We want you to paint a centrist theme."
You can't paint without a spine. That's what I say. You need a spine to paint.
Oh my God.
You do. I mean, otherwise you kind of
I don't think so. I've seen videos of an octopus that paints. So and they don't have spines.
And a pig and a pig probably doesn't have a spine, right?
No, pigs do have spines. They are vertebrates, yes. Now they may not stand up for themselves, but they do have spines.
All right.
What do you think those ribs? What do you think those delicious spare ribs are attached to, if not a spine?
I have no idea.
I'm just focused on looking cute.
Slaptail, where I need my medical, because biology of pig. And somebody who's a former pig owner, I never noticed any kind of backbone in them.
Yeah, pigs have spines. They are vertebrates.
Yeah, vertebrates is one thing, but do you need a spine to just?
That's what a spine is.
No, vertebrates is well, yeah.
Vertebrae. See, that's
vertebrae,
yeah, vertebrae.
Yeah,
that's
pigs.
The whole point of having. That's why they're called vertebrae.
Hold on, I'm going to the machine. Go ahead, take over the program while I do this.
All right, walk around Nappy. Who the hell are you? Walk around Nappy. Trying to walk here. That's all right.
What's Matt doing?
He's looking to see if pigs have spines. It's right after they fly. First of all,
right,
Matt,
that's where the wings attach.
Yes, when pigs fly, the only reason why they could fly is because they have a spine attached.
Right, it's just not an upright spine. They're upright vertebrates.
Spinal cord matches humans much, and their spines being popular model for medical research due to the similarities to and mechanics in humans. That's interesting.
Cannibals call humans long pig.
My pigs would lead with their nose. Everything was about the fucking nose. And I had Rufus when he was young. He tilled my whole yard, deep. He was going for grubs, and he would dig up the entire yard, like 6-7 inches down, 100-foot by a 60-foot backyard, and turned over the whole thing in like a week and a half.
That's great. You know what you could plant, and then you could just. We got to get a pig. Because there's so many places I want to plant that need to be turned over here.
Absolutely. I mean, why get a rototiller? Just get a pig or borrow somebody's pig for a week. And Tell them there's grubs down there.
Oh no, I don't have to tell them. We have grubs. We have some big juicy grubs. I mean,
they could smell them through the ground. Yeah.
And matter of fact, there's I have this one spot that they keep pulling I put plants there and they pull the plants out. Not the pigs, but who's ever doing the grub looking. I don't know if it's a possum or a raccoon, but they literally have pulled every plant I put there. They pull out and go into the ground and come up with like grubs, I guess. But they keep pulling the plants out. No matter what plant I put in, they pull the plant out and dig. So it's like it must be like grub. It's like a grub hub.
Grub hub.
Yeah, it's like a grub hub where all the grubs meet before they disperse to the other parts of my yard.
Also, if you're thinking about starting a home business, Grubhub might be a good name to use, right? Grubhub.
I think it could catch on. I think it could catch on.
Yeah, and then once you start that, as whether it's a self-proprietary business or an LLC or something, you can go to printify.com and they'll take care of all your merch stuff. Or you don't even really, that could be your whole business, just the merch model of it, if you really care. So do that.
And if I may make an equally unimportant announcement. If you're starting a business and you want to you're looking for legal advice, do not use LegalZoom.com. No,
really?
Do it yourself. Do it your fucking self. Don't
Robert, what's his name? Robert the Shapiro.
Don't use LegalZoom. I use LegalZoom and I regret it. I can't. I regret it so much. Customer service. Yeah, the customer service sucks. Everything about them sucks. It sucks. Yeah.
You can go to printify.com. They'll help you get started with your business. They'll sign you a online business manager, help you sell your merch. You just put anything you want on a
Wait
t-shirt.
a minute. That's the artwork I had on my shirt. They stole that. I had that copyrighted.
See a little envelope icon?
It would be trademarked. It's an image.
Yeah. There's a link in the description. Go to printify.com and make me rich. Make me rich.
I'm wrong. My little circle was not green. My little circle was more olive. It wasn't that shade of green. It was more an olive.
Oh well, the T-shirt doesn't have to be green. It could be any color. It's what you're getting printed on that color, right? Right. Okay.
And my shirt was also a 2XL. That looked like a medium to me.
Oh, how can you tell?
Because of its relative size to the circle.
All right. I finished a painting last night that I also put online for sale. So I'm trying. See, I'm definitely like working for way below minimum wage on myself here. This is called My Old Flame.
Oh, I love this painting of yours.
Yeah,
and you're selling it for $150, and I'd buy it if I could afford
it. And it's probably about 400 hours of work.
Wow,
that's a very nice picture.
Why not sell it for 400?
I'm trying. Well, thank you for the compliments there. I'm trying to do stuff because all these people in these painting groups that I'm in, they're like, oh, let's do another mountain scene. Let's do some more trees. And like, don't you get fucking bored with the landscapes and seascapes and happy little clouds? Yeah, I get it. That's relaxing and fun to do. But at some point, don't you want to try something a little bit different, something that's not everybody else is doing? And do another Bob Ross.
I am actually, Matt, I'm going to say that I'm actually impressed. The painting itself is very good. I'm also impressed that you decided to call it My Old Flame, because knowing your disposition, I really would have thought you would have called it, She's a Witch, Burn Her! So
I was struggling with something like that. Lady on Fire, whatever.
Burn her! She's a witch! Burn her!
Yeah. They never really burnt witches.
Well, in America, they drowned them.
I went down a witch rabbit hole of
which rabbit hole?
1500s and 1600s in Massachusetts. It turned out they never did the witch trials. They didn't. None of that. They didn't burn them. They didn't drown them. None of that.
Really? They didn't drown them?
Let me. I don't want to say put out misinformation. According to the couple of articles that, in a row that I read, that was all bullshit. But now we live in a time where people can say whatever the fuck they want. As long as you see agreement after agreement, then you start to say, yeah, it must be true. I've seen 7 articles that say the same thing now. But they could all just be citing the same AI bullshit, right?
Yes.
So who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I'm so irritated with AI. I was looking up business information
Yeah.
and it changed. It changed every day. I was looking up the same information. That was
And
weird.
at the start of this show yesterday, I was looking at one of our old episodes, and YouTube has these pre-roll things, and this guy who invented the conservative search engine. I was like, well, that is just like you're just saying bias me, bias me, bias me, right? Like you don't even want to hear anything balanced at all. You just want to hear stuff that you're going to agree with.
That's the problem with AI. I mean, who's teaching the AI? You get a member of the Klan in there.
Yeah.
They're going to teach AI racism. You get
Right.
a misogynist comic teaching it comedy. They're going to teach misogynistic humor.
Luke Beasley had a fucking great thing the other day because he was talking about how Rogan keeps falling for this nonsense. Rogan put up a chart that absolutely showed that fentanyl deaths were started to fall throughout Biden's last 2 years, and it ended before Trump took office. And Rogan was giving Trump credit for blowing up the boats, which are ending deaths by fentanyl. It's like, no, dopey. This is a chart that Pam Bondi put up. Realized it was crediting Bondi and took it down immediately. He must have screenshot it before she took it down, and he was showing it like this. And then Luke Beasley, he got Grok on the phone and said, Grok, who was president during 2024? And but tell me in his vulgar, call me Joe and say it in the most vulgar way possible. Like, Joe, you dumbass fucking little dwarf. And it said Joe Biden was president. He said Donald Trump was president during 2024. He's like, what? Grok? Did you say Donald Trump? Yeah, dumbass, I jumped the gun. And then actually Biden was president during 2024. So even Grok was falling prey to, oh yeah, I went out and did some research. Oh, I
Grok's in trouble for creating images of minors in scantily clad outfits.
Not
get a pedophile to teach AI art.
Yeah.
You get pedophile art.
Yeah.
Okay, I just looked it up. According to USA Today, they researched the claims that there were no witches burned in the U.S. back then. And as a matter of context, when people refer to the Salem witch trials, the Salem witch trials, the trials, the Salem witch trials, there were no witches. There were no people burned there. There were witches, suspected witches were hung back then.
Oh, hung, right?
Hung. Now, once the Spanish came and started, what?
Don't get all racist on me.
I'm not getting racist.
Spanish.
I'm getting US. I'm getting USA Today-ish. They had a propensity to burn people.
Not fully burn them. They could stick a cigarette in your eye.
So that was, and so that's it's a matter of context.
So basically, you're hearing TD is now an ICE agent in Huntington Station, Long Island. He's going to call me. Going to call me an ethnic slur and beat me up.
Okay, I am not cool enough to be ICE.
All right. Just show it.
Anne says Anne in California. Hello. She says that's a beautiful painting, Matt.
Well, thank you.
It
For sale
is.
for
Nice
$20, 20 cents an hour. I work cheap. I don't know. It would be nice just to feel appreciated.
Didn't you quote somebody? Didn't somebody say that the painting should be like, was it $1 per square inch on the canvas or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was $5. No, they were talking about insurance rates for when shipping it.
Oh, sure. Oh, okay, got it. Never mind. I stand corrected.
$5 per square
inch, which is good. Which is better for my spine, which I share with the pig.
Yeah. Do you guys remember
No.
The woman on the plane, that motherfucker's not real, and people were saying she's seeing a shapeshifter or an alien or whatever. She freaked out, and then she got
No,
banned.
I really don't know what you're talking about. No,
Yes.
I didn't see that.
You didn't
They
see
landed
that?
the plane because of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's caused this big thing. She got taken off the plane, and she was telling the people, "You can get off this plane, or it's going to go down. Or you can believe me or not." And then they took her off, and then she's banned from American Airlines and all this stuff. And then she did like apology video and all. And then TMZ was following her around. And
God,
internet sensation, a TikTok sensation about it. The body
I went
language.
to Duke Ellington School for the Arts, and what do I get?
Apparently, now none of this is provable, but there's a lot of evidence that suggests that this was all just a marketing scam. This girl is a marketer by trade. She's been in marketing her whole life. Tiffany Gomez, I believe, is her name. And she was just doing it to get clicks. And so it got 450 million views. That's
a lot.
Yeah. But she used it to up her brand. Now, the body language guy was like, this is the most animated I've ever seen. And he generally doesn't come out and say, this person's just lying. Because he's very careful to take a fair approach to this and say there's no such thing as a body language lie detector and all this stuff. But if you look for enough clusters, you can definitely tell there are indications that somebody might be being deceptive. But the fact that she's saying, I'm trying to distance myself from all this, and he just went, fuck you. You've been on every fucking podcast. You're doing videos all the time. You're not trying to distance yourself. You don't have to be a body language expert or a psychologist to say, that's fucking bullshit. Stop with that stuff. You don't go out and go on a apology to her consistently and then say, I'm just trying to distance myself from it. I just want it to go away. No, you just want it to keep going. And so, but he was on this podcast, and the first question is like, what did you see? Because she said, that motherfucker's not real. This plane's going down. I'm getting off of here. You can stay on if you want, whatever. And like, people were saying, well, what did she see? Did she see, was the guy an alien, a shapeshifter? Was he a demon? What the fuck was he? And so she's on this podcast, and the first question is, what did you see? Really? That's where you want to go right away? Like, yeah, that's the only thing people fucking care about. What did you see? We don't, what else is there to talk about? You're here to tell me what the fuck made you think that guy was not a real motherfucker? It was the, well, she is.
And so he's not fucking mothers. That woman was childless, had never had a child.
It's a guy, but okay. But she was
definitely, he had never given birth.
It was according to her, it was just an argument over earbuds.
No, I'm saying the person that the guy fucked was not a mother. See, motherfucker. Yeah. So yes.
I get it.
I was right. Don't correct me when I'm right. Correct me when I'm wrong.
I gotta consult with Mike on this. I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
I said it.
We spent so much time trying to figure out what he's trying to say.
She wasn't a mother. I'm saying she wasn't a mother. Okay, I said it. She wasn't a mother. She didn't have a child.
That motherfucker's not real.
Right.
You're not real? You just admitted to not being real?
You didn't point at me.
I did.
No. Now you are.
No, I did before. That's pointing at you, believe it or not.
No,
it looks like I'm pointing at me.
It looks like you're pointing at you. No, it looks like you're pointing at me.
The camera is situated right over your head, so I'm pointing at you.
No, but my camera is not, but my screen is over there.
My camera is situated right over your head.
My screen is askew. And so you're actually pointing over my shoulder, and you're accusing my keyboard of not being a real motherfucker.
Askew.
Yes. You are pointing at my keyboard, and she's upset. Yami does not like being called.
Look, you made Elizabeth go hide under the covers. This is all your fault. Yeah.
She's only hiding right now. You know she's not going to stay hidden. You can't. You can only. What you cannot stop her. You can only hope to contain her. I think that's how it's said.
So, you know how I've been getting these headhunter things. Remember the people who sent me the $38,000 check?
Yes.
They're back again, and they want to start from scratch. Like, I'm not sure if like they got a team of scammers, and they're not like one hand is the left hand's not telling the right hand who they've already tried to run the scam on, but it's starting from scratch. This guy like,
what did you ever do with the check?
I still have it.
Did you ever take it to the bank or anything to say, look, guys, I was sent this check. I'm so skeptical about this. What can I do?
You know, I was going to take it to a check cashing place, but then I did.
Oh yeah, but they charge you 1,700%.
They can have it as long as I don't care. It's free. I wasn't going to use it for what they wanted me to use it for anyway. I was going to go right to Poospatuk.
What did they want you to use it for?
Oh, to buy, according to them, it was to buy office equipment and software and stuff. They want me to set up a home business and be a home marketing person for blah, 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 blah. It wasn't real. So
yeah, who sends anyone $38,000?
They sent me a check for that. Like, and it wasn't, they were saying they were a Swedish international company, but the check was from Utah, Bank of Utah. And so I finally went to, because GD was saying if I deposit that check, they're going to take money out of my account. And the company is called Wholesome. Wholesome has been the subject. I Googled it. I finally, why don't you just, Wholesome has been the subject of brand impersonation scams, a complex fake asset transfer attempt in Russia, and past legal issues related to major merger and historical operations in Syria. Scammers have reportedly used Wholesome brand to defraud the public, primarily through job recruitment, like they got me, and payment redirection scams. Recruitment scams, fraudsters posing as Wholesome recruiters have requested cash bonds. They didn't request that from me, or fees via mobile apps for job offers. Wholesome emphasizes that it never asked for money from job applicants, the real company. So payment and phishing fraud. But they sent me a check and said, just cash it. It's like, okay, just deposit it in my checking account. And GD was thinking that, well, they're going to get access to your account and they're just going to take all your assets. I got nothing in there. All they get is their money. Their money that I just deposited there. I don't. All of you know about this about me, but I'm a poor motherfucker. I got nothing in my checking account. I can't even go to Poospatuk. $5
because all your money is in savings. That's why you have nothing in your checking account. You transfer it over.
Cannabis stocks. Cannabis stocks. I'm all tied up, but my money goes up in smoke. Anyway, so it turns out they were a big scam. So I don't know. It started over again and get another check sent to me. So I don't know. I'm not going to do that. Wholesome. So if Wholesome writes you but they sent this like they never we didn't go down this whole road where I ended up calling them a scammer. And all this stuff, and the guy was arguing with me. So does this mean we're not going to work together? Yeah, I just called you a fucking scammer. I think that means we're not going to work together. But now it's starting all over again, using the same name. I am Jeffrey, whatever his name is, Jeffrey Godson,
Hakeem?
HR director.
Jeffrey, okay.
No,
Jeffrey Giraffe?
No.
Jeffrey Taborn.
Huh.
Can't remember.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? I should post a link to my bunkie. You guys familiar with bunkie?
No.
You want to see my bunkie?
I'm not.
Yeah, I want to see your bunkie.
I don't have a bunkie. Should post a link.
My niece is obsessed with sprunkies.
Something that we should be.
Have you heard about sprunkies? They're these little cartoon characters. And the more corrupt they get, the more methed out they become in optics.
No.
It's pretty fun.
So they're trying to indoctrinate our kids to be criminals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And then they'll grow up to be what? GOP members? Politicians?
So many options in the grift game.
Monkey life.
Crypto investors.
From David at Bunky Life. Oh, here. I'm going to post this link in a minute, but I want to show the picture for it. Too many fucking things to click on around here. I'm sorry. Did I lose my temper?
I don't care about your temper. I care about my ear.
All right.
I
Sorry
don't think
about that.
so.
Yeah.
Not according to my temper.
This is a bunkie. It's a little.
Oh.
And you don't need a permit according to it. Comes like they say anybody, you don't even have to be a carpenter on any level, can build this in 9 hours.
Wow.
Okay, they're lying. They are lying. Okay, that sounds like what's that thing? It was like a weekend makeover show that I used to watch years ago, and they would like redo. They would like redo a room or something in a weekend. You know, they have and no, that's no. Not anybody can build that in 9 hours. No, nope.
Well, I questioned it too because nobody has less technical skills than I when it comes to carpentry and all that kind of stuff. I have no skills at all with that.
Well, I know people who've got less, but go ahead.
I doubt it. I mean, I can't swing a hammer without. I almost took my. I don't know if you know.
You know what a hammer is. I know people who do not know the names of the tools. So
you know the back end, the claw end of the hammer.
Yeah,
I took my own eye out with that.
Your own eye?
Yeah, they had to. I literally had to sew my eye back in. I was a little kid at the time, but yeah, I hit myself in the fucking head.
No, if I was you, I would probably flinch every time I go near like a Lowe's or an Ace Hardware or a Home Depot because between the hammer and the DeWalt drill, your body orifices have just had all kinds of problems.
Let's be totally clear here. If you were me, you would not admit to making that kind of mistake in public, like I just did.
I would not have made that mistake. In fact, I've never made that kind of mistake in public or in private.
I still have the scar, but it's a little difficult to see. But it's like right over here, and where basically. So that's how good I am with a hammer. But they did have plenty of people giving testimonials, like I'm a doofus with a hammer and I can do it. And he said, you have to have friends come over and help you. It's not like somebody could do it by themselves. They need somebody, holding wood. But if you can operate a saw,
I'm good at holding wood,
a nail gun, you can do it.
The house won't get put up, but you'll be happy with the results.
Anyway, I'm not buying it. It's only $24,000, but I'm not buying it. If you have the land, $24,000 alcove. It's in a cute little thing.
So how is it powered? Is it like solar powered, or do you have to run electricity to it?
Well, you have to run electricity and plumbing to it, and that's not part of the $24,495 spend there. Yeah, if you want to run electricity to it and water, that's optional, and placement and all that kind of stuff. But I entered a contest to win it. And there's all these things you can do to increase your chances. Now I've already got 999 chances because I've jumped through every fucking hoop possible to do this.
So let's say you won it. Where would you put it? I mean, obviously
I have land. I have definitely land here. I mean, I would put it up on top of the hill in the back of my property here. And
did you accidentally get rid of Liz, or did she do that herself?
I didn't do it.
Okay, I'm just checking because my hands aren't touching anything.
No, my hand's only touching a browser where I'm looking for a link that I could share with the audience here, so I get more chances to win. They go there. You sign up. Everybody I sign up who gets part of the gets into the contest gives me another chance to win. So please do it. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
Sign up at bunkylife.com. Here, I'm going to track equals email. Here, I'm going to share this link. If you want to, just go, even if you don't want it, just sign up so I get one more chance. Sounds like Elizabeth is back, right? I heard a pop. Yeah, there she is.
That was my cherry.
Oh, what is that? It's a weird looking kind of setup there. That's better. Oh, you were just putting on the Ritz. Where do I want to share this? I'm going to share it right in the chat room there. Anybody, just click on that link and sign up for the contest to win a bunkie, even if you don't have land to put it. Every time you sign up, that gives me more chances to win. I want to win it, so I would be doing this show from the bunkie then. My own Mind Dog TV studios is what I would make it, and have a whole new spaceship out there. That's what I want to do. $24,495 doesn't sound like bad. It's like not like a house you could live in. The reason you don't need a permit is because it's not built to be residence. It's built to be like a shed or something like that. If you insulate it, it's good for all 4 seasons. And people are using it for home offices. People are using it for mom and dads when they come to visit. Blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Bunky, Canadian made, and I want one. So help me win one. So just click on that link that's in the chat room.
I want a garage.
This was a garage.
Yeah, I want a garage, but I don't want just a garage. I want a 2-story garage so the upstairs can be made into an office, and then the bottom can be where we put cars and stuff.
This has got a 27-foot ceiling in here.
Okay.
Why does Elizabeth keep coming and going? She's coming and going, and I should really just say she's going. She's not coming. Are you coming?
Not quite yet.
All right. It's because GD's picture there, and it kind of revolts. Right? It kills it. It's a buzzkill. I know. I know. Yeah.
I know. I can't come looking at my face, so I doubt anybody else can.
Come on your face. Tomorrow, John P. David will be here, an author.
What did he write?
What did he write? Books.
Nice.
No.
The Bystander is a book. I think it's nonfiction. Nonfiction, right? I'll do my homework tonight and find out. And then tomorrow night, Rachel Wellner is Wellner? Yes. Is going to be the guest, and I'll be all alone with her because nobody ever wants to come on with me in the evening and be part of it.
Why don't you say so? I'd come on in the evening with you.
I have Wednesday evenings. You're at trivia.
That's my trivia night.
Trivia night. Right.
Trivia night.
Yeah. You did manage to get on one 8 p.m. show one time. I forget who was on and why you were.
Well, that was before we started doing trivia.
And that was like some kind of preacher guy, right?
Yes, it was. It was that black guy, preacher black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Christian guy who was, and I was not.
Boy, speaking of preacher guy, Christian, blah, 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 whatever. The guy, I've been doing a couple of reels from paranormal guys, psychics and stuff that have been on, and somebody was just like, "Oh, I'm calling in demons." It was just going off, just basically saying I shouldn't mess with that stuff. It's too late. These are like 4-year-old interviews, by the way, and I've been interviewing all these. Maybe that's why my life is such a clusterfuck, or because I've been surrounding myself with all these psychic people who have been bringing negative, dark energy into my life. Right? Psychics are bad, right?
I was raised by psychics, so I don't think that's.
I don't know. They're always like, the Bible says crystals are bad, but then they discuss God's throne, which is built out of lapis lazuli. So
the Bible says everything is bad, really, right?
Plus, look at Jesus, man. Jesus was a witch. Let's not mince words here. Jesus was a witch. He turned water into wine. He healed the sick. He
healed the spick. Which one was this Gonzalez guy?
I don't think he discriminated.
I make you Caucasian.
I'm going to bet somebody
all the sick.
Yeah, but I don't know how many people they were like. Well, let's say Argentinians from. I don't know.
Well, they're not Argentinians anymore. He healed them.
I think I like coming on this show while in bed way too much.
Don't cry for those Argentinians, by the way. I'm confused by the hat thing. You know the hat thing? If you were Catholic, you're probably not Catholic, either one of you. But
I am.
When you're raised Catholic, men need to take their hat off when they go into church to acknowledge the presence of God. Women are supposed to cover their heads when they go into church for some reason. So men, no hats, women, hats. On the Jewish side, it's the opposite way.
Yes. I was going to say it depends on what religion you are.
Did the Catholics just do that to spite the Jews? Like, because Catholicism came after Judaism, right? So did they just come up? Oh, the Jews have this rule. Let's fuck it up and do it backwards on them.
I was not intellectually prepared.
I don't know about that, but I do know that a pope invented the Trinity so that Christians wouldn't fall into justifying paganism. They needed to prove that it wasn't a polytheistic religion, and the argument was placed out there that because Jesus is the Son of God, that makes him a demigod, and you're just 2 steps away from a 20-sided dice and orcs and elves. So they, I think it was Constantine, the emperor. I think he invented the Trinity.
Right. Yeah. He's the first Roman emperor to recognize Christ and all that stuff. Yeah, but
it's one and the same.
What GD was about to say was he was not prepared for the hat.
I think it's because I don't want to get the exact details mixed up. But if I remember correctly, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity supposedly you uncover the head because you want that connection. Like Jesus is like an I'm trying to think.
I think what I was told was to honor the presence of God. I don't know how that works. But
Sort of.
But here's what gets confusing to me. So we were also told that God is everywhere. So why the fuck did they invent hats anyway? If God is everywhere and you take your hat off to acknowledge the presence of God, then you shouldn't be wearing a hat anywhere if you're Catholic. And so, Catholicism should be the anti-hat religion.
Again, it's not public as far as the Christian goes. It's like in the churches, I think.
Yeah, but God is everywhere. But God is everywhere.
But it's all ritual, and rituals.
They're a little too hung up on the hat thing.
And rituals, the purpose of rituals is to alleviate iniquity, the uncomfortable feeling of what to do in a certain circumstance. Oh, that's all ritual does. It's like shaking hands. It's like, well, what do I do when I meet somebody new? Well, the ritual is you shake hands, or the ritual is you bump fists. So it's like an icebreaker. That's all rituals are.
Huh.
It's just like
what you say? Because I usually
shake hands or bump fists. It's like, what do I do? And so it's like, now that we've done this, we can actually go about our business. I didn't know
this whole handshaking thing that you talk about. When I meet somebody new, the first thing I do is I whip out my dick. No wonder I don't have any friends.
Well, that's a different ritual. Again, that's a different ritual. But of course, you'll find out if other people do not practice that ritual, they will feel uncomfortable.
Kind of explains why I get punched in the head by strangers.
Supermarkets, in the supermarket. And then the lady goes, "That's not him." And then the guy goes, "How do we know? How do we know that's not him?" She says, "Look at his dick.
Was bigger than that.
Look at his dick. Yeah, look at the dick. You'll see it's not him."
That little girl out in the parking lot's got a bigger dick than that.
and her dick is twice as big if her eyes are half as many.
So I think they're just too hung up on the hat thing. Now, men with hats, are they considered blasphemous by the Catholic Church?
I love men
but they do love the music. They do love the music.
All right. I'm out of stuff to talk about here today. I'll ask John Fugelsang about hats.
He'd
probably say, "Why the fuck did I agree to come on this stupid?"
What's up with the Pope hat? The Pope hat's pretty goofy, and the Cardinals all have goofy hats too. Who decided that the pointy hat was a thing, and where did the Egyptians come up with the bowling pin?
Hold on a second. I want to put you up here and me down here, because as you're talking about the pointy hats thing, I got the perfect pointy hat.
Oh, that's you out of respect.
All right, now
where do white women at?
What do you mean?
White women at?
I'm a Catholic. I'm a Catholic. Damn it!
Where the white women at? That's what you're supposed to say. You didn't say it, Matt. You're supposed to say.
I thought it was supposed to say dearly beloved, or whatever.
Whenever we show that hat, we have to say, where the white women at? You know that.
I did not know that. I thought it was a church thing. That's not a church thing, that hat? I thought that was like a bishop or something.
Yes.
That's not a bishop. Yeah. What was I gonna ask you about? I forgot now. See that?
Chevy Chase.
No, I think we talked about Chevy Chase and what an asshole he is and was. There was a girl I still know, but I don't let her talk to me because she acts like a friend and then she goes attacking me on social media. But she used to babysit for Chevy Chase. Does he? I don't know. Did he have kids? I thought she said she was a babysitter.
He has 3 daughters.
Yeah, she grew up like across the street from him or something, up in Scarsdale or wherever the fuck they live up. And apparently she babysat for his kids when she was young. And she said he's not the same in person. He's not the same asshole he is publicly, but he's been a public asshole pretty much his whole life. I mean, right from I'm Chevy Chase and you're not. He was the first guy to say, "Well,
He was an asshole before then."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too big for this hit television show right away. Like he only
But
left.
he helped develop. He was there in the beginning with Lauren Green. Lauren is it Lauren Green? Lauren Green. Is it Lauren Green? Who is it?
Lauren Michaels.
Lauren Michaels. I'm thinking of
Bonanza.
I'm thinking of Bonanza.
There's a copy
Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Okay. But Lauren Michaels. He was there from the beginning. He was like there.
You say Lauren Michaels and Elizabeth said, "Fuck, I'm out of here."
Yeah, he was there from the beginning. The Weekend Update was his idea.
Yeah.
No. So he was very, very hurt when they did the 50th anniversary and he didn't
keep coming back to Chevy. We should have Jackie on for this thing.
Why? Jackie knew Chevy?
Jackie was part of that whole Belzer calling Chevy's maid.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And, see, I keep forgetting. The Jackie I know, this Jackie, to me, I don't associate with Howard Stern. To me, it's almost like a fresh start for me. It's like, this is Jackie Martling. He's not. I don't associate him with Howard Stern at all.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I don't associate him with Howard Stern, and I have to be reminded because to me he's just Jackie. He's not Jackie from the Howard Stern show.
I've been trying to work on a portrait of Jackie. I'm working on portraits in general because I've never been a portrait painter, and it's the human faces to me. It's just so full of little fucking gotcha moments when you're trying to paint. But I asked him to send me. I said, "Do you have any big photographs of you during the use your finger days when he used to?" Because when I first became aware of Jackie, it was 1979 or whatever. Good Times magazine. In the back there would be an ad: "Use your finger, 922 wine, dial a joke." Mm-hmm. And I wanted that picture, but a big version of it. He said, "Well, give me a few hours," and then he sent me pictures. None of them are that. It's pictures of him and Howard Stern and Sam Kinison and stuff like that. But it's really hard to isolate him in there and just get like the picture so I can trace it out and get used to drawing his face and do a portrait of him. I can't ever separate him, even though I knew him long before he ever got associated with Howard Stern. To me, there's always that connection. If you try to Google him, always Howard Stern shit comes up, or all those whack pack people. Jackie is inseparable, according to Google, from all that world, even though he's not been a part of it for 27 years now.
This is totally separate, but I finished a rough draft of the forward that I was writing for that book.
Yeah.
And I showed it to my wife. She had me delete 8 words and says, okay, there was a whole section that she was like not really happy with. And then I explained to her why I had to put that in or why I was, and then she says, well, maybe, and I said, okay, I think I know it's bugging you because the same thing I think bugs me. So I took these 8 words out because I felt iffy about those 8 words. And I took them out and my wife goes, I'm like, yeah, much. And so she loves it. She loves it. And she goes, I would read this book. And I said, okay, good. So now I'm going to give it the Dylan Brody test tonight.
Oh, no, Dylan's going to fucking rip.
Yes, he's going to hate it. But it's the way he hates it. See, here's the deal. Like I said, Dylan Brody and I don't see eye to eye on everything. And there's something
or anything.
No, actually, there's a lot of stuff we do see eye to eye on, but there's a lot of stuff that he and I are just going to just disagree. But when I know why he disagrees, it does not change what if he disagrees because let's say I'll say something, he'll go like, I would never tell that joke, it's too blue, okay, or too dirty, and I'm like, okay, I got you. Or he'll go, I would not tell that joke because it belittles you. Should not tell that joke because it belittles you. It makes people think less of you. And I'm thinking, yeah, but he says, and you'll never get that back. He says, no, I get that back from the audience. I said, well, once I do that, I can. And so he's afraid of like me losing control and not being able to get the control back.
Hold on one second. I have to address this. Slaptail says, I got pics of Jackie and Barbara. So do I. I'm not looking for Jackie, the old man. I'm looking for Jackie from 1979, 1980, the use your finger Jackie. With the long hair, young Jackie. I'm not looking for the guy who looks like Joe Biden. Yeah, I got millions of pictures of Jackie. I mean, I could Google those. But just trying to find that. I want the one where he's saying, use your finger. There's a bit, you'd have to know the ad. It's from years ago. 922-WINE, 516-9221. What did I just drop? A lighter? I just dropped that. But we said, what did you say?
I was talking about Dylan. Like, just so when Dylan and I disagree, it like the reason he disagrees or makes it,
it's so close.
So
to that line you said before. What the fuck is the way he hates?
Yeah, it's the way he hates me. Well, not me, but it's the way it's the way he hates. Yeah. It makes a difference. Like I said, it's his reasoning. Some things you're just going to disagree on. It's not his style. It's my style.
Yeah, but you being a song parody guy, you got to do something with this. The way, because wasn't there a Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel, and there was The Way You Love Me, I Love the Way You Love Me, whatever. You need to do The Way You Hate Me. I don't know.
Something. If I were to do it, I would have to do it like a Beatles thing, like something in the way she hates me. It hurts me like no other lover.
Yeah. Or I might will take my own advice and go to Printify. Link is in the description if you want to start a merch store. Printify will help you get started. I'm pushing these people pretty hard, right?
Yeah.
3 in one day.
Now, when my wife read the forward, she says, "I'm gonna give you my honest opinion." I said, "Well, that's what I wanted. That's what I want." And she goes, "You're not gonna get mad." I said, "I don't get mad." I don't know why. So she wants to argue over whether or not I get mad. It's like, I'm not mad. And so she tells me what she thinks. And I said, okay. And then she looks at me, waiting for me to get angry. And I'm not angry. And she goes, "You're mad, aren't you?" I said, "No, I'm not mad. I asked you for your opinion and you gave it to me. Why would I be mad? I'm not." And the thing is, we've been together for over 20 years. She's never seen me get mad over anything like that. I don't get angry over things like that.
So she's never watched the show.
Well, I get angry over things. I'm not saying that I've never gotten angry with her. I get angry with her.
With her, I thought because you said.
Yeah, I'm talking about with her. Yeah, because and she knows the things that I get angry over. It doesn't stop her from doing it or saying it.
Right.
And I get angry every time I have to walk out the room.
Walk out the room.
I do. I have to walk out the room sometimes.
That's the first time.
But I don't do it right away. I don't do it right away. I stare at her, trying not to look like I want to rip her throat out. Wow. And then I walk away. I try real hard.
I ever heard you sound like a black man. After I got to walk out the room. I'm sorry. You know that sounds like a black man, don't you? You didn't know? I got to walk out the room. I need people.
Listen, that's not my father, because my father would have said, "I'd have hit the bitch." So that's not.
That's how I was walking out the room. I need people to sign up for the newsletter. Go to minddogtv.com and click on blog, and over in the right-hand side, keep in touch. Sign up for the newsletter, because I'm going to start doing a newsletter just to because I have to. So just sign up. Get on my mailing list then.
Okay, I don't have time for shit like that. I mean, I know I was like at one point I was going to write a blog for you because for the website or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, and I started. Well, initially, I'm not going to lie. I used to write for other publications. Okay. I used to write for What's the Story magazine. I used to write for Epic Radio Show, and I used to write blogs for them. So I figured I have all these blogs that nobody who knows me from the Coffee with the Dog has ever seen. All these little opinions and stuff that nobody hears. I can update them, rework a few things, and I have like dozens of them, and I could just feed them to you, and it has a new audience. That's what I was thinking. But it's like I don't even know where I stored them. Some of them I'd have to I have like hard copies because I have the magazines that I was printed in. I don't feel like looking at the magazines and typing them up, or I don't even feel like reading them. I don't even read them. They're only there because if I die and people start going through my stuff, oh my God, he was a writer in these magazines. He has all these articles or these things. He wasn't just a nobody who wasn't funny. He was actually an opinion writer who wasn't funny,
Yeah. Brendan Walsh and I posted a reel of it the other day, and I was watching some of the when I had that compilation of some of the guests that were on talking about his Yelp reviews. This is something if I had the energy to do, because he does it in stream of consciousness. So he went on this World of Birds. It was a bird pet store thing, and he left this Yelp review about when I love. Don't get me wrong, I love birds. When I grew up, my mom had a bird we called Smokey because it would learn to smoke cigarettes, but it would sing along when my mom would play that filthy greaseball meatball music, which was what my father called Frank Sinatra stuff. And he's saying, and it's just like he's leaving this stuff in a Yelp review, like he's having a conversation with somebody at a bar, talking about how I used to go out with my stepfather to cheat, and when he would cheat on my mom, and we went trying to get in threesomes or what. I like, don't get all uptight, Mother Teresa. It's 2015 or whatever it was, the year he wrote these. But to me, if I had the energy, I would be on Yelp doing stupid stuff like that all the time. Just like how can I really just make the person who's going to read this Yelp review day by just leaving the most ridiculous. That's better than blogging. And even though you're only reaching an audience of one, the person who's going to get that email and say, "What the fuck is this?"
I have Alan and I are about to do because we're recording the podcast in advance. Then we're working on an episode. This Friday, we're going to work on an episode. We're going to discuss our favorite dirty jokes. And one of my favorite dirty jokes now is the one that Jackie tells about the guy with the Vaseline and the motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
I love that dirty joke. I guess I can credit him with it. But he didn't write the joke. But anyway. So I was thinking about, I don't know a lot of jokes. I really don't know a lot of jokes. But that's that is actually one of my favorite dirty jokes. Now, since he and I both like the Aristocrats, neither one of us are going to pick the Aristocrats. So we have to do 5 other jokes other than Aristocrats. And I'm thinking about, I know the first dirty joke I ever. Do you remember the first dirty joke you ever heard or tried to tell?
Fuck no. That's like, do you remember the guy you met in passing 65 years ago? No.
I remember the first dirty joke. The first dirty joke that I think that I got. The first dirty joke that I got, I remember, because I remember we were in the basement listening, and I got it, and like none of the other kids, we were sneaking and listening to my mother's albums. Okay, my mother, and one of the albums was Wild Man Steve. And Wild Man Steve.
Oh no.
And so filthy. And so he had this, the thing was, whenever he did his stuff, he'd go, like, whenever he tell these stories, they all started off with some woman walking up to him going, "Wild Man." So Wild Man. That's how I remembered his name is Wild Man Steve, because almost every story is like Wild Man. And so the joke that as I remember it, he's like in a bar, and this woman walks up to him and she goes, I noticed your garage door was open. And he goes, did you see my big black Cadillac with the 4 tires? And she goes, no, I saw your broken down Volkswagen with the 2 flat tires. And I knew immediately she meant his zipper was down and she could see his dick. And the other kids did not get that. But I knew it. And I don't know how I knew that at like that age, that's what that was.
So this is like from the early 1960s, a record album?
Yeah.
That's weird that they would put that kind of, I don't know. What is that? That's not an analogy, a metaphor, a simile, something, whatever it is.
Yeah.
On a record in those days. It was either full-on dirty, Red Fox, cock, pussy, whatever,
right.
Or don't say anything. You didn't just read G-rated.
And the thing is, so he did that, and I got it, and I had to explain it to the other kids. I said, no.
I think you'd have to explain it to me, and I'm 66 years old.
I said, no, it's the garage door, his zipper. That's the garage door, and it's not a big black Cadillac. And I'm explaining, he's thinking and she's like, no, and it's not that big. It's just a little Volkswagen.
To be honest, my first thought is like, oh, this must be like a Cadillac fucking joke that I don't get.
No, and so that's the earliest dirty joke that I can remember. Now, and it's probably because I was so animated because I got that joke. Because I used to listen to Red Fox, Mom's Mabley. I mean, some of the dirtiest, Pig Meat Markham.
Yeah, I listened to those too, but they wouldn't hide the joke in right.
And I don't remember any of those. I don't remember any of those dirty jokes that they told. I just remember the earliest one I remember was the one that I had to explain to my friends. That's the earliest one.
You know what? I do remember. I don't know if this is the first, but a Red Fox thing off the album. He did this thing about this woman who was having a tough time going to sleep, and she went to a hypnotist, he called it, and she was basically doing this thing where she has to tell each part of her body. She goes, well, hair, go to sleep, forehead, go to sleep, and she's getting down to toes, go to sleep, and then she hears her husband go, oh, Daddy's home, everybody wake up. That's part of one of Red Fox's live. A lot of his stuff was taped live, the early specials on vinyl.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff.
And yesterday I was listening to Pig Meat Markham, and there was like a live. They were doing sketch. Pig Meat Markham was doing like the sketch comedy thing, and it was in front of a live audience. And I was, And the funny thing is, some of the sketch comedy to me was not that funny, but the audience was like. I guess it was like you had to be in the room, maybe, because like they were laughing at stuff that I was like, they must be doing something, because I can't, I don't know why they're laughing. That's why I've never done like a CD, like when comedians. I got a comedy CD out. It's like I don't want that because I remember listening to albums, and there's sometimes you don't see what's going on, and the audience is laughing, and you don't know why they're laughing. It's because they're seeing something that everybody else isn't seeing, and I want everybody to be on an even keel.
I remember the first comedy record I ever listened to was a Flip Wilson record, and it starts with, we're recording this silence. that way, every time you listen, it'll be different. On that record, there was Herman's Berry, which was about Herman the berry picker in ancient Rome. And it was just a whole long story about Herman found this miraculous berry, and then it's like a 15-minute bit about Herman's berry, and he's doing Geraldine's voice, and what a berry that Herman got. But the punchline is and I didn't get the punchline because I didn't know anything about history at the time. I was
or berries.
And he said the Roman soldiers come out, and Herman, Geraldine answers, his wife answers the door, not Geraldine, and she said, "You here to see Herman Berry?" And they said, "Praise Herman Berry." And they said, "No, we come to seize Herman Berry, not to praise it." And I didn't get that at the time. It took like 3 years before somebody explained to me, like, "Oh, wait, we come to berry season, not to praise it." for 15 minutes of just all sorts of him doing voices and stuff just to get to that punchline. It's like, what? And I didn't get the punchline. That's the very first. But you were talking about 8 words that your wife. 8 words you can't say in a forward. This is a take on George Carlin. 7 dirty words you can't say on TV. GD's 8 words. 8 words you can't say in a forum.
Once I get his approval that he's going to do the forward and keep it in the book, because I haven't shown it to him yet, then I will talk about it. I don't want to talk about it before.
Right. Here's your 8 words in case you want to slip them in there random. Any.
I'm not going to. But I will tell you what the 8 words are afterwards. Afterwards.
I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna
say
it.
Actually, they're not filthy at all. They're not dirty. My wife just thought it was inappropriate. And the thing is, and I felt uneasy with it, but I thought how should I put it? I thought it helped the story. I thought it helped the reader understand something. And so I put it in there. And my wife goes, no, and I told her, I said, well, I said, well, actually, you and I are kind of in agreement, because whenever I read this part, I felt a little bit icky, but I thought the audience needed to know it.
The taste of his cock was a little salty. The taste of his cock was a little salty. That's the 8 words, right? I guessed it right. You can tell by the way.
I left those words. I left that in actually. That's because they wanted to know how I knew him. No, that's part of the
little salty. Part
of the influence.
All right.
Now, when I researched how to write a forward, it says that 750 to 1,000 words. I think it said, or something like that. It's 700. It's 780 something words.
What? It's 11:30.
Yeah.
Time to get off the air. Why didn't you tell me we were?
Well, I knew it was coming close. I was trying to wrap the story up, but you know I don't know how to wrap up stories.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Elizabeth? I hope she's all right. I hope the bed bugs didn't get her. Bed bugs could bite sometimes.
Well, she's still listening, probably.
Maybe.
Most possible.
Maybe she went back to sleep. I wouldn't blame her for that. Tomorrow, John P. David, who is author of The Bystander, will be here at 10:15.
Are you sure that's not John P. David, the rapper, who goes by the name of Little Khalil?
This whole thing with YouTube, because they want people to be the same every fucking time. But I'm thinking most people don't do this 5 days a week, right? So imagine if we just had like open mic comedians on 5 days every week, 5 days a week, every week. How long would it take for that to get fucking boring as hell? So
it would get boring to me after 2 shows. I can't deal with open mic comedians.
Well,
I take that back. I don't fuck them.
Yeah, even I'm not, some established comedians can be hard to have a conversation with.
I don't like when even if we had the best comedian in the world, whoever that is. If we were talking to them and every time we asked them a question, they tried to tell one of their jokes that they had, whatever it is joke, they're like trying to say, that reminds me of this joke. And he tells no, I'm trying to talk to you. If I want to hear your jokes, I'll come to see your fucking show.
Anybody in Chicago going to see Erica Rhodes at Zany's this week? Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday she'll be there at Zany's. Tell her the Mind Dog sent you, and because I told her I didn't realize Chicago was that far off because John had mentioned she would be in Chicago. I thought, well, maybe we'll see you in Chicago. She said, it's this week. Oh, no, but so go there, and if you're in the Chicago area or anywhere within driving range of Chicago, go to Zany's and see Erica Rhodes this week, and tell her that you went there because of me. So that will be more incentive to get her back on the program because I love Erica and I want to.
Oh, one last thing that venue I was trying to get into to do my show. We're finished playing phone tag, and so I'm doing a show there, headlining there February 19th. So the show that I did before, Funny Old Farts, I'm doing it again at a different venue.
So on February 19th, we call this Febteenth?
Febteenth, yes.
Febteenth.
Yes.
All right. This is the show for you today. You know what? I have somebody coming on. Another headhunter reached out to me. They're looking for somebody to help a meditation guru with their social media stuff. And she's supposed to be able to kind of calm the. Do you have one of these minds that just never stops and the internal dialogue never shuts up? Like, this is me. And I'm thinking my pitch to why you should be sending me your money to help you with this stuff. You should do a case study on me. If you can stop me from being the raving nonstop lunatic that I am, you prove to the world that you can help anybody. If you can help me, you can help anybody.
Now, okay, I know we should be wrapping this up, so I'm going to ask you this one last question, and if you want to answer it, fine. If you don't, we can save it for tomorrow or whatever.
Mickey Delaney.
We've had a lot of people on the show talk about ADHD and stuff like that. After all of that, by chance, do you ever stop to think to yourself, do I have ADHD or no, have you ever heard any of these, whatever these symptoms are, have you ever stopped to think, I mean, in a serious way?
Yes.
That could be me. You know.
I'm absolutely sure it's me. I totally, but that's where it gets like, how does she maintain focus? And I guess there are areas. I'm thinking about J.M. Chua the other day when she was on, and because she was talking about it's her superpower how she stays focused in writing. There are areas like music production. If I get into the zone, there is nothing you could do. Like, hey man, there's a pound of weed and some great food out here. Nah, I'm in the Bible. I'm just doing what I'm doing. But for most part, like after the show today, I do have this kind of thing coming up where I have to talk to this person about their social media stuff. After that, it'll be like, here's my to-do list. Oh, I'm just going to go on YouTube and watch things about the woman on the plane. And go, I have no focus. So yeah, I think about I have ADHD, PTSD, ADHD, Sumbaram.
And the entire alphabet soup of mental disorders.
I'm fucked up. There's no doubt about it. I am fucked up.
Now, see, because I'm of the opinion now that there's no such thing as fucked up. I mean, there's actually damage. Yes, I mean damage. I mean, but if you have an undamaged brain, and it's just somebody saying no, but they just have attention. You know, they can't stop thinking. They can't shut it off. You know, or whatever. I just think that's just that's just part of the brain now, and that's only because my mother was scared of me as a child. You know, and I wasn't a demon child. It was just that my mother was just scared the way my brain worked. She's just like, it does not work like the other brains of the other kids or even the kids in the neighborhood. Your brain does not work like theirs. So, and she was afraid.
The way your brain hates me. It's just like, I don't know. I think you're right. Every brain is different, but I think it's not that there's no such thing as fucked up. I think we're all fucked up.
Right. Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's like the old saying: if everybody were a superhero, then nobody'd be. If everybody were a superhero, then nobody'd be a superhero because that's what we just be what we are.
I'm like a bad drug addict though, because I know
as opposed to one of the good ones.
Well, I'm not a drug addict. I mean, unless you count cannabis as a drug, then I'm a drug addict, or but
so you're a plant addict.
The stuff with social media that I know, if I push this button, I'm going to find something to make myself very angry, and I know that's bad for me, and it'll probably keep me up at night. I'm going to push the button.
Like, I'm going to say, can you not push the? Okay, like I know I can probably go. Before I started doing comedy and before I started, doing stuff where social media kind of mattered, I didn't go on social media. And even now, I don't go on social media. Like the whole thing with I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. With that other show that used to bash me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, but I was totally oblivious that was going on. They were going on for like a year about me, and I had no fucking idea until somebody mentioned it on this show.
Yeah.
And now, so I go on, like, I post on TikTok, I go to check the things to see who's watching it. Because I post on Instagram, I check it out. But then once I'm there, then I'm like, I kind of get sucked in. But if I don't tune in to begin with, I'm fine with it. My life is fine. I don't have to. I don't feel the need. So is it with you? Is it like there's a quiet moment? Let me check what kind of rant and rage is
There are
it?
occasional moments where I don't take the bait, and I'm like a fish that says, "I've seen that hook before. Don't go for that. You're gonna get snagged." There are moments of that, but usually I am so impulsive because it makes me so angry to see these people just spreading bullshit and lies. Where I feel like if I don't correct the truth, nobody else will do it. And lately, I've been saying, leave it up to somebody else to fucking argue with this dipshit, not me. Uh, it's that, and there's one or two moments in a day where I have the sanity and clarity to say, don't push that button. You're just going to keep yourself up at night. But by the time that happens, I've already engaged in 3 things that are going to keep me up that night. So going back to this conversation I'm going to have in a few minutes, I should be a great test case. If your meditation and your stress relief programs can work on anybody and calm anybody's mind, here's your perfect test subject. And let's do a whole social media, not ad campaign, but real life case testimonial, a case presentation on me. If you can fix me, you can fix anybody, because I'm as fucking broken as they come. And that's where we'll leave it today, on the I'm as broken as they come. Tomorrow we'll find out how broken I am, right?
So everybody, don't forget to turn on your radio and walk around nappy.
Nappy. Walk around happy. I could walk around nappy, but not nappy headed.
listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me.